Hello everybody. Welcome to the stream. Give me just one moment here and we will go to our main camera. I apologize for the delay. I have not done a solo YouTube stream in a long time, man. I was like, I've only been using Restream for so long on the main channel that like I have just been basically like lost trying to set this up for a solo YouTube live stream. So forgive me for the bit of a delay, but I will be ready in just 1 second. I just have to move something. So I'm also doing all the funny like oh wow, like we're live now type of things. So give me just one moment here. I'll leave the mic on so you can hear my beautiful voice. And we're gonna open some figures. I'm actually very excited because we have a bunch of stuff to open, which is really cool stuff that I've been actually waiting to open for a fat minute, to be 100% honest with you. I have a bunch of superhero stuff. Obviously the Goku is very exciting, so definitely going to be looking forward to seeing what the figures actually look like out of the box, because this is a lot of stuff that I have been really excited to get in the mail. It's stuff that I've had pre-order on for a long time. Let me actually look at the chat. Hello, Bring Wind Collects. What's up? How's it going? Aiden P, how you doing? Yeah, this is gonna be just a short little stream. Basically, I'll show you the kind of idea I have for this in a moment. We'll see how this goes, right? If this stream is successful, I'm imagining that we'll probably have a good time regardless. But what do you call it? We are going to give this a try because this is something that I've always wanted to do, and then we'll see how it goes. So let me move something real quick and then we will be good to go. I've been doing a bunch of different projects, like basically all at once at the moment. Trying to set up like a bunch of different streams and stuff like that. So I have been a little bit all over the place today. So just give me one moment to move this and then we will be good. The setup is going to be really interesting, by the way, because you are going to be basically like watching me watch the figure be opened. If that makes any sense. Let me go ahead and actually get to our main camera here. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. Yeah, I had like my laptop set up on my bed and a whole nother monitor. You guys will probably see that project come to fruition, hopefully within the next couple of days. But regardless, I need to make sure that I have the chat up. What's up, Luna? I heard History Box Orange Piccolo wasn't that good. Well, we'll find out. I actually don't know. That is a figure that I have not watched review on. So let's actually move the boys here, because I have a little bit of figures that are still there from a previous figure unboxing. I haven't actually filmed a figure unboxing for a while, but the nice thing is, let me turn the camera on so you can actually see this. And for those of you who popped in the test stream, what's up, Rid Ayaba? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but thank you for coming by the stream. All right, let's go to the main camera. Bang! Hello, baby. All right, so this is the current setup that we're rocking with. Basically, the way that this is going to work, right? Hopefully, you'll be able to hear me from over there. Let me actually move my mic a little bit closer so it's easier for the chat to hear. Yeah, though my setup is very weird, honestly, for like how I do figure unboxing stuff. I guess that's just about as close as we're gonna get it. Yeah, okay. So, basically, you have the view from over here. Hello, right? And this is the side of the unboxing table that you usually see, right? Let me move my two Goku Black figures. By the way, thankfully, Kong did get back to me, and the hand that is, as you can see, the peg actually snapped off of that Goku Black, unfortunately. And the arm of this Goku Black actually like straight up just broke, unfortunately. So both of those things, and we'll also turn on the light there to make it a little bit more bright. There we go. That looks a lot better. Yeah, the arm of that one broke, but thankfully I emailed 5K Toys, and they were like, yeah, sure, we'll send you a new one in like 6 months, and I was like, okay. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, to read chat, I actually have to come over here to the computer to be able to read it. But would you ever like to do a full figure collection video? What's up? How do I pronounce your name? Let's see. Armando. Easy clap. Yes, I actually would. To be honest with you, I want to clean up my room a little bit more because all of my figures are basically like all in my room. I kind of like, not that my room is like messy necessarily. I guess. I mean, oops. Yeah, let me actually do this one at a time. Let me do this a little bit more smartly so I'm not dropping anything here. I do want to do that, but I also kind of want to do it as well when I have almost like a better setup. Because the problem is, like, my setup right now isn't awful. It's definitely better than what it was at one time. But it's not, like, as good as I would want it to be. Funny enough, the figures that you're seeing here, actually, is, like, the only shelf in my room that's basically not, like, covered with Dragon Ball figures. Because, that shelf is basically all Amiibo. Alright. The only thing I wish I could see, because the problem with this setup, right? The problem here is that I can't read the chat unless I go over to my computer, right? Because the whole thing is my phone, right, here. What I'm going to do with this is that this will be plugged in. Let me actually give you a little bit of a view of this. I could open chat on my phone for the minute while we're, you know, getting things set. But let me see. So, right here, oh, we got 10 people in here. What's up, everybody? So, right, the way that my setup works a little bit, I'm going to give you a little bit of a reveal here. Ooh. Right here, this is the arm, right? That arm right there is the arm. I guess I could have just... I now realize, like, I guess I could have just put it into the frame a lot easier. Hold on, let me, actually, wait, no, I have to adjust it here. There we go. So this arm right here that is attached to the actual, like, table that you're looking at, right? That is the arm that I use to basically attach my phone to. So the reason why you're not seeing the phone camera view, which would normally be like how you usually see my unboxing videos, which would be facing directly towards this background, is because this phone, right, hello chat, needs to be here to be able to record the unboxing videos. And unfortunately, I already tried this, but the program that I'm currently using to stream what you're seeing right now onto the actual, like, OBS, right, it cannot be active at the same time that I'm using my camera. So if I wanted to actually record these videos, I would then have to do it with a Droidcam OBS, and it wouldn't look as good. So I'm doing it this way, and I kind of think that this angle is a little bit more, like, interesting, I guess would be the right word to put it, right? Because, obviously, right, all things considered, you'll be kind of seeing, like, a different angle than you usually see. So, I don't know. I think it'll be cool. But either way, though, I am going to, I'll have the chat, you know, obviously up on my computer. And I'm going to set up. Now, I'm really praying, by the way, that the setup works out for what we're going to be doing today. Because the way that I have the camera that you're seeing from propped up is very, very jank. I won't lie and tell you that this setup is, like, not practical, but it's usable, I think is the best way to put it. For sure, right? Because I basically have, you guys are currently propped up on probably about 15 V-Jump magazines, my trash can, the box that those Kong Rose figures came in, and a little mini tripod that is actually used for a light that I used for a previous YouTube project. So it's pretty jank what you're up on right now, but it works because then you get this side view of, you know, of everything here. So, you know, if it works, right? I guess is basically the moral of the story here. But I would like to be able to find a way where I could stream what I'm seeing in my actual camera that will then be used to record the videos. But I guess to be fair, then this way, it'll be a little bit more interesting because now you're getting a different angle that you don't normally see. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get the figures on the table. So, we have, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 figures to unbox today. Now, I'm going to open the actual brown box that they came in off camera, because obviously I'm not going to dox my address. But, the actual figures, of course, you will get to see that. And actually, I'll show you the brown box. You know, I'll do a little double check just to make sure that, you know, I ain't going to be doxing myself here. Because sometimes what they do is they put in a packing slip in these, and then the packing slip has, you know, my address. Alright. So, yeah, definitely can't show that side. So, we're going to start off, by the way, with the prize figures, and we'll actually save MUI Goku for last. I have to remember as well that I have this multi-camera angle thing going on here, so I have to make sure that I know what's, being shown on both sides. So, let's go ahead, then, and pull out the actual figures. They are in bubble wrap here. Will they, fall? Oh, no, they're pretty cradled. Okay. Is there a packing slip in this thing? I actually don't see one. No? I don't see one. Alright, I do see, a little Big Bad Toy Store, card thing, but... Okay. I am excited about this. Are you going to show the whole Figurepedia on stream? If you guys want it, sure. Absolutely. Besides Dragon Ball figures, what else do you collect? Well, I know that there's currently a big fat, blob of figures covering it, but I collect Amiibo. You can see those on the shelf over there. I have all of them except for, in terms of the Smash ones, I have all of them except for Sephiroth, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, and Zelda. Specifically, obviously, the Smash Bros. Zelda. Those are the only Smash ones I'm missing. Otherwise, I have all of them. Those are the current ones. Oh, and did I say Wario? I don't know if I said Wario. Besides that, it's really miscellaneous figures. It's if there's a series that I'm interested in, I'll collect that, right? I have a Gurren Lagann figure, I have a couple Pokemon things, I have a couple of Funko Pops as well, right? Kind of just some miscellaneous stuff. It's really just whatever I enjoy, realistically. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting. I'm actually kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out. But yes, if you guys want to see the whole Figurepedia, I am totally down to show you that on stream. And obviously, right, when I'm filming these figure unboxings, right, when we're going to do, you know, the whole hey guys, you know, because obviously the whole object is I'm going to film these and then turn them into videos. Obviously, I won't be looking at chat at that point. And of course, you'll be seeing this side angle, right? So, you know, I'll be opening the figures like this, blah, 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 blah. But then obviously when the video is done, I'll actually hold them up to the camera and show them better for you so you can actually see them rather than just getting the side angle. So, to start us off for today, we have the Gotenks and the Goten, or Gotenks and Goten, the Trunks and Goten, right? And then we're going to open up the History Box Orange Piccolo. I'm excited to see this. I'm really sad that someone in the chat already said that my boy's kind of an L, so hopefully we'll see. And then obviously we have the Solid Edgeworks Gohan Beast, which, funny enough, this is actually my first Gohan Beast prize figure. The only other Beast figure that I have is the SH Figuarts one. And, well, I don't know if you necessarily count the the Dragon Ball Average Gohan Beast, right? He's a little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. I do have that on my desk, so I don't know if you count that, but technically that does count. But anyway, yeah, so that'll be exciting. I was gonna get, funny enough, the talking about the history box Orange Piccolo. I was gonna get the history box Gohan Beast, but I like the face on the Solid Edgeworks one better. I might end up getting both eventually, but this was just what I went with because I wanted, like one Beast figure for now. All right. Regardless, though, let's go ahead and move the boys out of the way. And then, by the way, yes, this box right here is the Ultra Instinct Goku. So I'm excited to open that up as well. All right. So here's what we're gonna do, chat. I'll mention in the video that this will be like, basically like, hey, I live stream this on the channel, right? Go check out the VOD if you want to see it. And if you want to be there when we do future figure unboxings, definitely subscribe. Because if this stream goes well and you guys enjoy this type of thing, I might do this again. Because obviously this was an opportunity that sort of presented itself because of the fact that I had so many figures kind of like stockpiled that I needed to open. I mean, I have tons of stuff, right? Like I have the Figuarts Zero Janemba, right? That figure I have sitting in my room. I have a bunch of SH Figuarts figures and prize figures like in my closet as well. Stuff that I could easily, whip out and just do for a stream. But regardless, though, without further ado, let us actually begin. So here's what we're going to do, chat. I will let you know that I'm going to start recording, right? Chat members, again, once again, keep in mind, I won't be reading chat during the time that I'm actually recording the video. If I take like a pause in the video or something, of course, I'll let you know and I'll be like, okay, chat, I'm pausing to rearrange the camera or I dropped something or whatever. You're going to get to see the behind the scenes. If there are any bloopers in this video, it's going to happen live. So that will be pretty cool. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it then. So I usually start these videos off, let me actually turn up the lights, a little bit darker because the boxes get this like reflection on them in the video when I have the like ring light on them. And I want to avoid that for the beginning at least, just so you can get a clean look at the boxes. Funny enough, you can't really tell from the side angle that you guys are looking at. But you can kind of see like that type of thing, right? I want to avoid the glare for the beginning part, and then I usually turn on the ring light when the figures come out of the box. All right, chat, are you ready? Here we go. We are going to begin the first video. We're going to be doing Goten and Trunks at the same time. By the way, I will be pausing at multiple points in the video because I'm going to have to go and grab figures off of my shelf to be able to do some comparisons, right? Because obviously, you guys know that if you watch my unboxing videos, I usually do the little comparisons where I'm like, here's this figure next to this figure type of thing. So I will have to pause in the middle and obviously like grab those. But that will be a good point to like talk to chat real quick. And gotta drink some water. Don't forget, right? Obviously, you guys can still keep chatting while I'm recording. If you want to talk amongst yourselves or obviously comment on whatever's going on, feel free. All right. And also, if anybody else comes in the stream, you can let them know, hey, I'm not looking at chat at the moment because I'm recording the video. Maybe I should get some type of thing. If I do this again, maybe I should get some little thing that's like I could put in the corner and be like recording. I don't know. Or maybe I could find some text. I'll save that for the next stream. But for now, we'll do it this way. All right. Let me go ahead and make sure that we're on the right camera here. Correct. Make sure my camera is correct. And let's begin. Actually, before I begin, can I record this on here? I might just have to download it from the stream. Do I have a recording set up? I do. Okay, cool. I'll record it from this angle so I can include it in the video being like, hey, if you want to come by the stream, hello, say hello, type of thing. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. Dokkan Assets here. Today, we are back with another Dragon Ball figure unboxing video. And today we are going to be cracking into the DXF superhero Goten and Trunks. Before we begin, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. And I actually recorded this figure unboxing live. That's right. If you want to come by the live streams, I may do this again where I just crack into a bunch of figures on the live stream. So, if you guys would like to be there for when I do this live, definitely hit that subscribe button, all that funny YouTube stuff. And let's go ahead and get into it. So obviously, these guys are really, really cool because, of course, up until this point, right, we really have not had, I mean, we haven't even had a design for, I guess it would be technically Team, right? Trunks and Goten, or at least just like, not like really tiny, you know, Trunks and Goten, obviously, right? Like they kind of looked in the majority of Dragon Ball Super. Obviously, in Superhero, they gave them the glow-up design, and these are the first two figures of a said design, which is really, really cool because obviously it's nice that we even have figures of it at all, to be 100% honest with you, because this could have definitely been something I could have seen them, like, just kind of neglecting. But the DXF line, right, the Superhero DXF line specifically, has been really good about giving us basically like a bunch of characters from the movie. So we are going to open up Trunks first, I think. So let me take Goten off the shelf. I wanted to do these guys as one video because I could have definitely done it as two, right, like easily, but I don't know, man. Like, you just can't have one without the other when it comes to, like, this Goten and Trunks, right? Like, future Trunks, sure, that boy can, you know, like, kind of do his own thing. But when it comes to Goten and Trunks, right, the two little gremlins, right, you gotta have them as a pair, so. Alright. So let's go ahead and open them up. Now, I know that the quality of these figures might not be the most crazy thing ever, just because of the fact that it is the DXF line. And the DXF line has kind of fallen off a little bit in recent time, but from the pictures that I've seen of this guy, and actually looking at him in person, I am pleasantly surprised. This figure looks really good, if I do say so myself. Let's actually get him out of the bag. I was going to say I'll turn off the light, but I may as well just take him out of the packaging for you. Dude, the face on this guy looks really great, actually. So let's go ahead and take a look. He looks really good. Wait, I'm actually super impressed. I am not going to lie. I actually think he looks fantastic. The detail on the jacket is actually really, really nicely done. The folds on the pants look good, right? Even the detail on the shoes, right? I think all of that looks really, really nice, if I do say so myself. Wow. I'm pretty impressed. Even like the lines on like the vest, right? Because obviously it's supposed to be like a puffy vest. That's good. His hair sculpt as well also looks fantastic. They nailed it, I would say. Wow, I'm really impressed. This honestly I think is better quality than the first couple because we'll show later in the video the DXF Gohan and Piccolo from this same line. I actually think that this guy is even better than those if I'm keeping it real with you. Alright. Now, there is one disappointing thing about this guy, and the same thing will also apply to Goten, unfortunately. They do have a very cool base, right? They have this little, like, superhero logo base, which I actually really like this, right? But the problem with these figures, from the DXF line, in the modern day anyway, is that the pegs are on the bottom of the feet. So the reason why this stinks is because obviously if you tried to stand this up, right, it's not going to stand unless you put it on the stand. Which is really unfortunate because the bottom of his feet look flat enough that if you like sawed off those pegs, right, you would probably be able to just get him to stand up normally, which is really unfortunate that it's, you know, I don't know, they kind of nerf it. Also something else with the DXF line that I've noticed, the pegs don't line up. You can see there that the pegs don't actually line up properly. So what we're going to have to do is stretch his legs a little bit. We're going to put one peg in and then stretch his... Oh my gosh, that is a pretty big stretch, I'm not going to lie. There we go. Yeah, look at how much more stretched out that was than just like a little bit earlier in the video. Regardless though, it does look very, very good on the stand, right? I would say no complaints from me, honestly. I'd say this is a banger of a figure. My only complaint, I think, with the DXF line as it is the fact that it's just really small. Like, these figures are the same price as all of the other, like, Bam Presto prize figures that we get nowadays that are, like, you know, like 2 or 3 inches bigger than these particular figures. It's kind of unfortunate, and I'm not sure why they made this line so small. Like, it was never the biggest line in the world, but it definitely wasn't this small, at least as far as I remember from owning some of the figures before. It was definitely a line that was always on the smaller side, but I don't think it was ever this tiny. So it is a little bit unfortunate, because these are nice figures, but I think that these figures are maybe a little bit more worth, like, $15 rather than the basically like $27 that you're going to be paying to get one of each of these, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and get the stand out for Goten. By the way, basically no difference, but something interesting to note is that it is like, it looks off-center on this one, like it was supposed to be in the center, but then it was put off-center on purpose. But this one looks like it was supposed to be in the corner, and it actually is. So let's see how Goten, right? How does Goten actually look? I do like the fact that they bubble wrapped his head. Obviously, when it comes to Dragon Ball figures, because the hair can be so delicate because of how spiky the hair is, it's always nice to see when they obviously give you a little bubble wrap. All right, the grand reveal. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Maybe. Oh, it's stuck on his spikes. Let me pull that off. There we go. That looks great! Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm actually super impressed by these. I'm not gonna lie. These are really good, dude. I'm actually super excited about this. So, I will say, I do think Trunks' face looks a little bit better than Goten's, if I'm being 100% honest with you, excuse me. I don't think Goten's face looks bad by any means. I think it doesn't help that he has, like, the kind of side-eye expression, because obviously then when you display him like this, it looks a little bit strange, but then obviously when you give him the angle that he's supposed to have, it looks a little bit better. The shading on the clothes is actually fantastic. Obviously, Bandai recently has kind of been notorious for really, like, just neglecting the shading. So it's actually pretty cool to see some shading on a modern-day figure, right? This looks really good. I like how it's obviously a little bit darker towards where, like, the buttons, I think is what that would be, right? Are obviously there, and then, like, on the sleeves a little bit, right? Of course, classic Bandai move. They don't shade the back, even though they shade the front. You know, that's just how they do it. Unfortunately. Obviously, the pants don't really have too much shading because, of course, they're already kind of dark, but they still do look good, right? And they actually did a very good job, we'll say, sculpting. I was going to say sculpting and cuffs at the same time. It turned into one word. Sculpting the cuffs of Goten's jacket, right? Or whatever this is actually, because I know this is definitely a Sun Family type of fit, but I don't know what it's actually called. By the way, the hair is immaculate as well. I will say, for the way that Goten's haircut looked in the movie, this is literally perfect. Wait a minute! I just noticed! Why did they shaft Trunks? You're telling me Goten can stand on his own? Without the stand? But, what? Okay, I guess. That makes no sense. So you're telling me that the pegs here, they were able to put it on the stand just fine and not have it, like, inhibit the figure or anything like that, right? Even funny enough, the holes for Goten are even lined up better, right? If we want to just, like, stick him on there, he goes on there a lot easier. We don't have to stretch his legs. But Trunks, the holes for him are... Look at that. You can even see on the bottom, right? There's no nubs there, right? Because obviously there's no space for the holes to be there. But obviously on the bottom of Trunks' there is, because they have to have them there. Alright, well that is the boys. Let's go ahead and grab some figures for a little bit of a size comparison. Okay, chat. I'm going to grab the figures in a second. I don't mind the size. Sometimes they want to add some. Yeah, that is true. I think my only problem, Aiden, right, with the size is that I don't really mind the size that they are. I think the problem is the price, right? If they were a little bit more fairly priced, like if these guys were both $15, I think they'd be perfect for the size. But being the same size as a normal prize figure and still costing the same is just like a little bit silly to me. Alright, let me grab Piccolo and Gohan, because obviously they will be the two figures that we're really comparing these guys to. I do a terrible job of dusting, I'll tell you that right now. I ain't even going to sugarcoat it with you. I'm going to keep it 100% honest with you, chat. My dusting job is terrible. That's another reason why I don't want to do a collection video at the moment, because, man, dusting is just stinks. Alright. We have the boys here. These are obviously the two most important figures. I don't think there's really anything else that I want to compare. Maybe the Ichiban Kuji Gohan, but this is a video that I would kind of rather keep a little bit more simple when it comes to the comparisons. For videos where it's figures that are a little bit more bigger, then I tend to grab some more stuff, but for figures like these guys, for like Goten and Trunks, I kind of like to keep it a little bit more simple. So let me put these guys over here. Let me set them up so that I think this is probably still fine for here. Let's see how this is going to look. Will the ruler be properly in frame here? Yeah, okay. Alright. That should be good. I was just trying to make sure that the camera is like low enough and high enough balanced to be able to like get the both of them still in the frame. And obviously be able to still do the size comparison. Speaking of which, let me actually let me blow off on these guys as well. Alright. With that being said, let's continue. Size comparison time. So as per usual, we have the Ichiban Kuji Gotenks, right? And the WCF Goku. Now obviously, like I said earlier in the video, right, these are relatively smaller figures, right? So as you can see, right, if we grab out the handy dandy ruler, technically this is a yardstick, but you know, whatever. The figures stand at just about, I would say like 5.5, 6 inches, right? That looks about right to me on camera. I think that's also just about how they measure up. So not too bad, again, but obviously compared to something like, let me actually grab another figure, I changed my mind. I need like a good standard prize figure that I can just grab. The problem is all the prize figures are like a little bit more back on the shelf. Let me grab something from... Actually, hold on. I'll use Goku Black here. I'll use the... because I have the Legends Goku Black. Oops, I just dropped the time ring. I'm missing currently the hair piece for one of my Kong Super Saiyan 3s. I bumped my desk the other day, and the hair piece fell off the figure and the face, and I found the face, but I haven't found the hair piece yet. Okay. What was the last thing that I said? I don't remember what was the last thing I said in the video. Hold on, let me check real quick. This is a thing that I have to do sometimes when I'm recording these videos, is I'll like, I don't remember the last thing that I said, and I want to continue off of like, whatever was my last point. So I have to go back and be like, okay, what did I just say? Let me see. Oh, right, I can't turn up the volume, can I? Because of the way that it is. Unless I can. No, I can't. I'll just redo the size comparison, because it wasn't that crazy long on the part. I'll just redo it, and then add in the thing that I was going to say. Sometimes you change your mind, bro. Sometimes you just gotta re-record. That's just how it is sometimes. Okay. Alright. Set the video back up. Go back to here. And then this will be good because they'll be in a better position anyway when I, go to grab the other ones. Alright. Size comparison time. So as I mentioned before, these guys are relatively small, all things considered. Obviously, we bring out our usual Super Saiyan 3 Ichiban Kuji Gotenks and the WCF Blue Goku. You can see that, especially right next to the WCF Blue Goku, these guys are pretty small, all things considered, right? Goku is basically half the size of Trunks and Goten, at least to the top of his hair, right? If we take a look at the measurement here, these guys stand at just about the 6-inch mark, right? Like kind of give or take, obviously a little bit. It's never exact. And this is always why we say don't trust the sizes that Bandai gives you, because Bandai never gives the exact size because they like exclude the hair or exclude the base sometimes. It's kind of weird. The only thing to give you perspective, I'm going to bring in this guy right here. Let me move Goku out of the way. This guy I'm not going to use for any pictures, and please excuse the terrible amount of dust on the base. But this is the Dragon Ball Legends Goku Black collab figure. Now, this guy is maybe a little bit on the bigger side when it comes to prize figures, but I just wanted to put it into perspective for you, the thing that I was talking about with the size, right? Obviously, when it comes to the prices of prize figures, over the years, they have gone up a little bit, right? So, this guy came out, and he was $20. These guys obviously came out when the price of prize figures was $27. But these are technically, if you were to equate it to like, you know, the change in the price, these guys would be the same price. This just doesn't feel like a fair price discrepancy, or it doesn't feel like a fair price equal, I guess would maybe be the better way to put it, right? It feels like a big price discrepancy. Even though these figures are good, I think it's just the size and the price that kind of holds them back for me. Now, I do want to bring out two figures to compare for you. Obviously, figures from the same line, right, are what we want to be showing you here. So, we are going to be grabbing the DXF Piccolo and the DXF Gohan, right? Now, these two figures, again, are from the exact same line as this superhero Trunks and Goten. And these guys all pair up really, really well together. I have to say, I think they all actually look really, really nice together on the shelf. It is interesting to see because even looking at the quality, I think especially of Piccolo compared to Trunks and Goten, it seems that this line really only got better over time, right? The paint apps, the shading, right? Even just the look of the face, I would say all of it is really, really good for all of them. But I think it's clear to see that the newer ones, the Trunks and Goten, definitely have an edge, at least in the paint app department, right? Especially if you look at Piccolo's arms compared to just like, you know, the zipper on Trunks' jacket, which would be something they could easily mess up, right? Definitely, I would say that these guys are really, really good as a full collection, and I don't even have the full collection of figures. On screen right now, you can see, right, obviously, all the figures that are in the Superhero DXF line. I would like to get them all at some point just so I could kind of have the full collection, but since I'm collecting some of these other forms from the movie as different figures from different lines, I wanted to make sure that I had these guys at least because I thought that they would all pair up really well together. The other interesting thing, right, I think they all compare pretty well for the size, but I think the most interesting thing about this is the base, right? You can see that the base for Goten and Trunks is a circle, while the base for the, I almost said Goten again, for the Piccolo and Gohan, right, is obviously a oval. So maybe they just realized, they were like, hey, you know, it makes more sense for it to be a circle because the figure doesn't need to take up that much space on the shelf. Like, Piccolo has a little bit more of a wide spread to his legs, but obviously Gohan definitely could have just fit on the circle stand like these guys have. So let me know what you think of these guys in the comment section below. I would definitely be very curious to hear what you guys have to say. I would honestly highly recommend these figures if you're a fan of Trunks and Goten, or if you're just a fan of superhero in general. These are some awesome pickups, and currently, at least as far as I'm aware, these are the only Trunks and Goten figures with this look. I'm sure as we get more Dragon Ball when it comes to the anime, right, we'll probably get more when they get more screen time. But for now, this is what we got, and honestly, I think this is a pretty good showing of these characters. And if you would like to pick these guys up, you can go to the links in the description on Amazon. I will get a little bit of an extra cut with no extra cost to you if you pick up the figures from there. So thank you for that if you do. And of course, right, keep in mind the price. It should be around that $26.99 range. But thank you guys so much for watching again. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And I will catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace. Alright. Video 1 complete. Let's go. I love Dragon Ball. What's up, Candace Hill? Hello, Tristan. Thought about taking the heads off them and making custom figures. Taking a SHF Goku and Vegeta or Evolve figures and putting the heads on them. IDK would work. The heads for these guys? So interestingly enough, let's see. By the way, it says that my phone is currently overheating. This is also kind of interesting because now you'll get to see the full process as to like how I make these videos, which is really interesting. So the heads for, let me also take my phone off of the tripod here just because it gave me a notification midway through recording the midway through. It was like, hey, your phone's getting a little hot, buddy. So let me put that down. So what's interesting about these guys is that the here, let me see your next comment. What would you recommend buying? DFF Kaioken Blue Vegito? You know what's funny? Other Tristan in the chat. I have that guy right on my desk. Hold on. Weird there is no DXF pan. Yeah, honestly, now that you say that, I never even really thought about that, but that's true. That is kind of weird. I mean, the only pan figure from Superhero is obviously the SH Figure Arts one, and then the Ichiban Kuji one where she's in the school outfit, right? Yeah, so this figure right here, this is what you're asking about, I assume, right? The Kaioken DXF Vegito. This guy is really, really cool. I like this figure a lot. Obviously, 2.0 body mold, and he is a little bit old. I do think that if DF made this figure again, they could honestly do a lot better of a job because they did basically just take the Vegito mold and then tweak it a little bit from obviously the SH Figure Arts one. It's kind of the sleeves that get me, right? The articulation on this guy is fine, I think. You know, it's just a standard 2.0. The shoulders are a little bit weird sometimes, I felt like, when I've been playing with him. But they just, like, painted on the sleeves rather than making, like, actual sleeves. I don't know. I think we're back. Chat, are we back? I don't know what happened. The stream decided to have a heart attack for a second. There we go. We should be good. Let me know if you can hear me again. Oh, yep, okay. We're back. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was weird. Anyway, the Kaioken Blue Aura, do you mean on the official one? We back, WW. On the official one or on the DF Vegito? Because I would say, like, it's just like the standard, like, aura little effect, basically, right? Is what you're getting in the package. Let's take a look, by the way, just let me show you these guys a little bit more close up before we do the rest of what we're going to do here. So, they actually cooked really hard with these, I'm not going to lie. These look great, if I do say so myself. I think Goten's face looks a little bit weird, again, like I was saying in the video, when it's like at an off angle, but I think when you're looking at it like this, it looks really good. And it might just be the way that Goten's face is constructed, but I don't think it looks bad, right? It's definitely a little bit of nitpicking, but the shading is really good. Like, I'm genuinely impressed, honestly, with these little guys. I think they're way better quality than Gohan and Piccolo, and I still like those figures. Let me also push, I noticed that his foot was not down all the way in the video. There we go. Trunks as well. Like, Trunks I would almost say is even better than Goten. I like them both, but I'm really impressed. They, like, nailed these guys. Absolutely. These are really good figures for just, like, you know, being the only two figures of these characters that we have. I think they did a good job. Very weird, by the way. Look at this with the superhero logo. I guess it's because of the way that their feet are placed, but it would make more sense to put it in the center, wouldn't it? Rather than have it, like, off-center like that. Like, this one I get because his feet are more, like, at an angle, right? Where you're supposed to be looking at it like this. But, like, he's like this, and then the logo what was the point? So weird. I hope Goten and Trunks get master. Yeah, I hope so too. I would really, really like that. I hope that they get everything, right? I hope that they get more prize figures, masteralized figures, SH Figure Arts figures. Definitely. I definitely think that they deserve it. And obviously their new design is really cool. Alright, so chat, here's the part that comes next. This is the part that you don't see in the video, but you also technically see. This is the part where I take the pictures. So, what I always do for these videos is obviously you guys know that at the end of the unboxings, I always take a bunch of pictures of the figures. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move these guys for the moment. And actually, let me package up the boxes here, because I definitely don't want to have these just laying around. Gotta head out, but can't wait for these unboxing videos to drop. Keep the good work. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed your time here, and thank you for stopping by. Need Super Saiyan for... Yeah, dude. It's going to be interesting to see when they actually do them, because, like, surely they must. Surely they must be doing, like, a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta SH figure at some point, right? Like, they already did Goku and Vegeta for Super Saiyan 4. Like, surely he must be coming, I would think. I don't know if he'll drop this year, though, because we have figures for SH Figuarts planned till, like, what? The, September? Something like that, right? I think that we don't have, like, the last couple releases of the year. But we do know, like, most of what's coming out this year. So, I think that if they do that, right? It probably won't be next year. I think it, or not, it probably won't be next year. Probably won't be this year, I'd imagine, unless it's like December or something and they whip the boy out for Christmas. But obviously you gotta keep in mind, the end of the year is also Dragon Ball Daima, right? And I'm assuming that they're probably gonna want to capitalize on the Daima hype a little bit. And, you know, do some Daima figures. Alright, with those guys packed up, let's go ahead and take some pictures. Speaking of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I just got a Dokkan ad for the LR. That's funny. If they don't make a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, yeah, they'd be like silly not to, right? Like easily, that's a figure that like everybody would buy. I mean, I think, is that not like basically most people's like most anticipated SHF figure at the moment anyway? Because of all the GT stuff that we've gotten, right? Like, I feel like they'd be a little silly not to do that. Alright, so here's the fun part that you guys don't get to see. Whenever I take these pictures, right, I always do this, obviously, I mean, of course, I'm not, like, recording when I'm doing it. Let me also move my light here a little bit, so it's a little bit louder. There we go. Okay. So, I always like to get a bunch of angles of the figures, right? And, I always try and get a little bit of, like, if it's a dual unboxing like this, right? I try and get them both, but I also try and get a couple of pictures of just one, you know, because obviously I want to be able to show off the individual figures as much as I want to show off the both of them. And we try and get a couple angles, right? Couple little things. And not to mention, because I've been doing a lot more YouTube shorts recently, right? I've been a little bit bad, I'm not gonna lie, about doing shorts of the figures that I make like full unboxing videos out of. Because I just kind of like, I take all the pictures and then I'm like, okay, we're done. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I was supposed to record shorts footage for, you know, for all the pictures that I took. So, when it comes to that sort of thing, I'm going to try and be a little bit better about it. And the nice thing about recording shorts is that I don't have to worry about like talking during them, because obviously the audio just gets muted for whatever music is in the background of the shorts. The shorts have been doing really well, honestly, as well, which is really, really cool too. I've been pretty happy about that, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely have to record more of those figure hunting videos, because I don't have a lot more than recorded. I do have a couple more than recorded, but it's not enough to you know, like sustain. So I definitely got to do a little bit more figure hunting coming up. Okay. I think that's good for pictures of the boys. We'll do a couple little angles here, right? I always like to spice it up as much as possible. Obviously, give it a little bit more like dynamic angles rather than just doing like, oh, you know, head on. And obviously it's a little bit like it's a little bit easier to get a little bit more dynamic photos with SH Figuarts figures because you can pose them, but that doesn't mean that you can't get good pictures with these guys, right? I will tell you, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. They definitely, like... I feel like it just makes sense for a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I mean, they basically already have the mold made, right? Like, Goku's face, Goku's pants, and then they just change the color. And then, you know, they, like, modify the Super Saiyan 4 hair, right? Like, that. I feel like that all makes sense. Alright. How am I going to get all of these guys in the frame? Like, for, I guess that works. Where's Piccolo looking? Yeah, okay. Piccolo's looking right there. I have everybody looking at the camera. It's just like... It's weird because all of these bases, again, they don't, like, line up in the way that I feel like they should. When you're having the character, like, you know, quote-unquote, look at the camera, basically, type of thing. Let's have Gohan. We'll put Gohan behind Trunks and Goten. And then... Let me actually flip it. I like to try and keep the pictures as fresh as possible. Obviously, there's only so much you can do when it comes to, you know, like a figure that's literally a statue. But your boy does his best. We try and keep it interesting, you know. Obviously, want to give you the best look at the figure possible when I do these videos. So, at least the best look that I can possibly give with the, you know, the, like, limited equipment and whatnot that I have. Let's do one of Goten and Gohan. He's obviously another brother, so I feel like that would be a good one. The boys, right? I don't think Piccolo and Trunks really makes too much sense, but we'll do it anyway, because obviously they both did train under Piccolo in the Buu Saga. Yeah, these guys, honestly, I'm pretty impressed, I gotta say. I didn't expect the DXF figures to be bad, but I definitely didn't expect them to be, like, this good, I think. Color me impressed. I am very, very, very happy with how these guys turned out. I think they're well worth the price tag despite, despite I think it's still being a little bit expensive, right? Because like I said, I think it's just the size. I mean, even think about this, right? Like, the size of this guy compared to this guy, these two figures are the same. And obviously, that's more so a scaling thing, but... Alright, so let's do a little bit of a fun shot where we have Trunks and Goten looking at Gohan and Piccolo. If you've watched my unboxing videos before, you guys know that I like to do shots like this. Where I basically, like... This is weird. Look at this. This is kind of cool. I'm not going to lie, to see this on the stream like this. Let me turn... Yeah, that looks good. That looks good, with the boys squaring up, basically. We have to make it look like they're looking at Gohan and Piccolo, though. That's the key to taking shots like this. Or at least everything that I have, like, ever taken a picture of feels like that should be how it is. I think that looks good. Let's try the other side. Just to see. Just to give it a quick peek and see how that would look. Yeah, that looks good, too. And then we'll flip it around. And we'll use... And by the way, if you're curious why I'm doing it from this angle specifically... Oh yeah, do their heads come off? I know someone in the chat asked that. I think it was somebody who left. But Goten and Trunks' head, I was going to say, I don't think these come off because they're on the figures. But I know that Gohan's head does come off. But I think that's because he's a little taller, right? And I don't think Piccolo's... Yeah, no, Piccolo's head doesn't come off. So only Gohan you would be able to do for some custom shenanigans. Uh-oh. Are we, oh no, we're good. Okay. I'm a big fan of Gogeta. I feel that. Okay. Alright, we're good. I was just making sure, because it looked like that, I was looking out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, uh-oh. We might be losing connection again. Okay. So now... Dude, he actually looks super good from the back, too. I'm not gonna lie, like... The hair sculpt, they did such a good job with Goten's hair sculpt. Like, obviously, Trunks' hair sculpt is fun, but I feel like that's a little bit of an easier one to get right because we've had it for so long compared to, you know, like, obviously the style for Goten is, like, kind of new. It's sort of reminiscent of, like, the one that he had, what would that be? Like the end of Z, right? But I think that they did a good job with it. The problem is Piccolo and Gohan don't really look like they're looking at them. But their eyes technically are. Like, where their eyes are placed, they are looking at them. Yeah, I guess that works. Ooh, actually, yo, hold on. I'll show you this shot in a second. This shot's kind of fire, I'm not gonna lie. This actually turned out really good. Hold on. Instead of doing it from the side, look at this one. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I always love doing little, like, angles like that. I don't know. It's cool, like, you know, having a little bit more uniqueness to it. Just then, like, you know, like, oh, here's the figure anyway. I also try and do this where I kind of try and get it so that my, like, microphone and stuff that's in the background, it's hard to angle, right? But I don't want, like, the mic to be behind Goten's head, basically. Maybe I'll just stick with that picture and we'll be good. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. We'll do this angle as well, I guess. Okay. That works. How does Gohan look here? It doesn't really look like he's looking at them for this one. I think I need to turn him a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that looks a little better, I think. Okay. Not too many photos to take with these guys, but heading out, you have a good one. Thank you, Tristan. Have a good day. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Alright. So, I think that's pretty much it. Anything else that we need for these guys? Not really. I don't think. Maybe we just have one with... Let's try and do one where Gohan and... both Gohan and Piccolo are in the back. But the problem is, Gohan and Piccolo are also both figures that have the pegs on the bottom of the figure rather than on the bottom of the stand. So, it's a little bit harder to get them to... be able to have them in like a more unique kind of pose sort of thing. That doesn't look too bad though. Let's do that. Because the problem is if I put Gohan over here, I'll show you on the picture, it won't look that good. But if I just, if I like basically just throw him up on Piccolo's stand, yeah, that'll work I think just for the sake of the picture. Because obviously it's not meant to be, it's not going to be perfect, but it'll work. Alright. Awesome. Okay. Let's move on. Have a perfect day. Hey, you'll love to see it. Alright. So, let's get these boys out of here. They will return in a little bit. But, I think we'll do Piccolo and then Beast and then MUI. Now, I will tell you, MUI Goku, I'm actually... Oh, right. I just told myself, hold on. We need to record some B-roll of these guys for a YouTube short. I was just saying. Was I not just saying that I forgot to do a YouTube short of these guys, right? How's that going to look? Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Always got to get a couple little, like, good angles of that. Ooh, low key. Hold on. And then we do one for Goten. Go up a little bit. Bam. Nice. Okay. Maybe back to back. I really wish I had, one thing that I need to get for future videos is like a spinning table. Because that would definitely be pretty helpful. Okay. Let's put him next to... I guess we'll put him next to Gohan, right? How old am I? I am 25. I actually just recently turned 25. Which is kind of crazy. I don't feel that old. Here I am playing with figures at 25. But living the dream, honestly. Because it's like, you know... I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because I'm a big kid at heart, but I like, you know, I don't know. I think you should just be able to enjoy whatever you want to enjoy, no matter what people think it's like for, you know, whatever, like, you know, age range that people want to pin on it. Alright. So let's go here. And up. Shot of Goten. Shot of Gohan in the back. Shot of Trunks. Nice. Anything else? We could also have, we'll just do a quick shot, because this will be like a quick short. We'll do, I mean, it is short after all, right? we'll have a shot of Piccolo looking at the two of them, looking at him. That'll be good. That works. All right. Now we do Orange Piccolo. The shorts are so easy to make, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It is partially definitely because they are so easy to make, but I've actually really been enjoying doing the shorts. It is certainly, though, that they are, like, really easy. I understand the appeal from a creator perspective. It's so much less work than a full video, even though I enjoy making full videos, obviously. All right. History Box Orange Piccolo. Now, some context on this figure. This guy is the only Orange Piccolo that I have, again, besides the SHF one. I would like to get the Ichiban Kuji one at some point. Because that guy, right, he is really cool. I'm talking about the super muscular one, right? That one I really, really want to get, where it looks like, you know, he's like a monster, like the Monster Broly figures, right? The same guy sculpted that Orange Piccolo. I want to get that at some point. But I'm hoping that this guy is good. I know somebody in the chat earlier said that the figure didn't turn out that well, so I'm hoping that that's not the case. When I remember seeing pictures of them, I remember them being pretty good, but we'll find out. Alright, so let me set the camera back up, and then we will get to it. This one, also the other thing is too, ironically enough, talking about small figures, the History Box line is also a line that has been kind of criticized, honestly, by, what does it say? Recording not saved, recording too short, that's fine. It has been kind of criticized by collectors for this line being a little bit too short, funny enough. Which, like, funny, now that, well, you know, I keep saying funny enough, but now that I'm thinking about it, this actually might be the first History Box figure that I'm opening. I don't think I've actually opened another History Box figure before. This might be the first one. Because I know I have, unfortunately I pre-ordered him, so I actually got him, the very stinky Bye Guys Goku. I'll have to do that as like a joke video at some point. But, this is a figure that I'm actually hoping is good. And I know that he won't scale well at all with the Solid Edgeworks Gohan Beast, but it's fine. We'll make it work. Alright. Without further ado, chat, what's your favorite movie? Favorite movie of all time? That's really hard to pick, to be honest with you. I don't know. I could probably give you like a couple at the top, but I don't think I could give you the only one. History Box figure is kind of stinky. What's up, Tricky Vic? Well, we'll find out, because I have actually never opened, I don't think I've ever opened a History Box figure. I think this will be my first one, so. Also, I just realized, is my light on correctly? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Alright. With that being said, chat, I am going to start recording again. I will not be reading chat during the time that I am recording the video. Obviously, if I pause in between, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know if I'm reading the chat, but while I'm actually opening the figure and whatnot, I won't be reading the chat. So, alright. Piccolo. What's up, Steve the Unknown? Yes, Piccolo is the next one on the chopping block. Let me take a quick drink of water, and then we will begin. So, chat, if you want to let people know, for people who are coming in, go ahead and let them know when I'm recording. Obviously, I won't be reading chat. If someone comes in and is like, hey, hello. Alright. Man, I'm really hoping this figure's good, dude. The pictures I've seen, he looks good. So I'm hoping that that's the case, man. I'm hoping that that's the case. Alright. Here we go. Let's hit record. Let me actually turn off the light. And let's begin. Hello, everybody. Oh, hold on. I just realized my camera. My camera's a little slanted. There we go. That's a little bit better. Why does everything look so orange? I know it's ironic because it's orange Piccolo, but I swear like everything looks really orange. Well, that's also the lighting here. Anyway, let's begin. Hello, everybody. Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another Dragon Ball Super superhero figure unboxing. I know we've been on a roll with these superhero figures, and today we are going to be looking at the big bad man himself, Orange Piccolo, obviously coming to us from the History Box line. This is a figure that was very, very highly anticipated from basically everybody, right? Because obviously this is such a cool looking figure, right? Obviously the whole point of the History Box line is to kind of give us a little bit of like a diorama when it comes to looking at these figures. And obviously Piccolo does not disappoint, basically giving us some fire on his shoulders and a little bit of a rock base. So it'll be interesting to see how this guy turns out, because I have actually been hearing some mixed reports about this guy. From what I remember seeing when he came out, I remember him turning out pretty good. But I do know that he is going to be on a little bit of the smaller side, because the History Box line is definitely a line that is on the smaller side, unfortunately. Maybe some of my woes from the Trunks and Goten video will be shared in this Piccolo video here. I'm literally opening it the wrong way. There we go. Alright. So pulling our boy out of the box. It is a pretty big History Box figure, though, I will say. Like, I was, funny enough, talking about to chat, which, by the way, this video was recorded live. If you guys want to see these videos live when I record them, this is something that I'm trying out. If you want to be there for the next time that I do a bunch of these figure unboxings live, definitely make sure to like and subscribe, put that notification bell on, all that funny stuff. The chat, I know, and I were talking about how the Trunks and Goten are a little bit on the smaller side, and this Piccolo, oh man, looking at him in the packaging, oh boy. I didn't think he was that small. That's like a mini figure. I think the SH Figuarts one might be even bigger than this guy. Hold on. Let's get him out of the packaging. First of all, orange rock base. This is pretty cool. Very well sculpted, right? I don't think I have any complaints about this thing. That looks good to me. Obviously, also, always appreciate them giving a little bit more of an interesting base than just a plain, you know, black circle, because obviously that's always so boring. Oh, man. Alright, so how is this guy going to look? Oh, there's a sticker? I don't think I've ever seen a sticker there. Interesting. Okay. Sticker. Bam. Piccolo, my boy, you are wrapped up, which I appreciate, but I'm hoping that that doesn't mean I'm about to cry when I see what's under the mask. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. Let's see. That was a terrible paint impression, but it's fine. Good point. I just dropped him already. Thankfully, he was bubble wrapped, so I ain't too worried about it. What did they do to my boy? What? They got my dude strapped into some kind of contraption here, bro. What did they do to him? Okay, let's do this. This is a very interesting way to package this. Obviously, the whole reason why is because they're trying to keep the fire, you know, safe and not have it break off in the box. This is really weird. I've never seen a Bam Presto figure package like this before. Okay, so one good thing that I'm already seeing, and I should have just known this from the base, but thankfully my boy does not have his pegs on his feet, so I don't think that he can stand up on his own. Yeah, you're definitely going to need to stand for that, but at least that's an option if you wanted to do that. So Piccolo himself, right? Let's take a look at the sculpt of this guy. First of all, the face. It's not too bad, right? I think that the orange Piccolo, like, facial structure is there, but it's definitely something about the eyes that I feel like is a little bit off. Like, it's not exact, right? The funny thing with a bunch of these orange Piccolo figures that I've seen is, realistically, I feel like the faces have not been great on a ton of them. I think that the only ones that I really, really like the face on, to be honest, is the Ichiban Kuji one and the SH Figuarts one. This isn't bad, but it just doesn't scream Orange Piccolo enough to me personally. However, obviously this is a very simple sculpt for this figure, but I think it's good, right? Piccolo's body looks nicely sculpted, right? Obviously the muscle definition isn't too crazy, but with these history box figures, it's kind of a little bit more of this simplistic sculpt. They did give him the symbol on the back, which is awesome to see. Obviously they sculpted the arms properly, and I think that his gi looks pretty good, right? I think overall in terms of what should have been expected, right, it's not too bad, but I think that the thing that kind of stinks with these figures is when you take a look at the image on the front of the box, right, and you see this, you know, this obviously looks a lot more like detailed than this when it's in hand, because obviously they do a lot of these product shots and lighting and all that funny marketing stuff. So let's go ahead and attach him to the base, right? I will say I do really like the translucent. Oh, interesting. I thought this was going to be like very, very hard. It's harder towards the base, but actually up to the tips of it, it's a little bit more softer plastic. That's really interesting. So, oh man, classic Bandai move once again. For the stand, you have to stretch his legs out a little bit to be able to actually get him to properly plug in. There we go. All right. He does like lean a little bit, to be honest, when he's on the base, but I think that's more so just because he's taking a step, right, rather than actually the figure kind of leaning over a little bit. I think that this guy looks good overall. I think it's just unfortunately not the like super crazy figure that we were really, really hoping for when we saw the initial images of this guy, right? I don't think it's a bad pickup though. I still like this figure. Definitely has a lot of charm to it with the fire. I think it wouldn't be as cool if the fire wasn't on his back. It would be a lot more simple of a figure. It wouldn't be a bad figure, but I think certainly the fire adds a lot to it. All right, so let's go ahead and do our size comparisons now. Okay. All right, let me reach out. By the way, if you're curious why I make a pause every time, it's because then in the audio track, there's a little bit of a gap, and I can tell where I need to edit that. All right, let's see. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. What's your favorite Dragon Ball character? Funny enough, it's Bardock, and actually Piccolo is number 2. Favorite song? I don't know my favorite song of all time. That's so hard. I love music. I like barely ever talk about my interest of music with anybody, but I listen to music like all the time. I really like music. I listen to a lot. I could not pick a favorite song if I was like held at gunpoint. I don't think there's any way I could do it though. All right, so let me show you what Piccolo looks like a little bit on the camera here. Yeah, he's like, this isn't a bad figure by any means, right? It's definitely not the worst that I've seen out of Bandai. It's just a little bit like Piccolo's face, I swear there's something slightly off about it. Like when you look at it like this, it looks a little better. But then when you look at it like this, it looks a little bit off, right? It's just the slightest bit. And you guys know I'm very particular about the faces on figures. I think the fire looks really nice. They definitely did a good job with that. It's really cool to see like when you can actually see even just like this, the kind of light going through it, which is awesome. Because obviously it's a little translucent. It looks cool on the base, right? Like he looks very imposing. But the problem is, like, look at how big this is compared to my hand. I feel like this figure would benefit a lot better from being bigger. Whereas I don't think that Trunks and Goten being small was a bad thing. I think that this guy being a little bit bigger would definitely help him out a lot more. Just like, you know, in every aspect of the figure. Speaking of music, I have an idea. I have the CD for... Wait, really? Oh, that's awesome. I need to find a place to have them available for download the others. If you do, I will definitely retweet that on Twitter. If you can find some place to put that. I mean, you could always just throw them on Google Drive. Realistically, that's definitely not too bad of a place. Okay, for this guy, for comparison's sake, I guess let me actually just stop the recording. For comparison's sake, for this figure, I think we want to grab. Figure 0 Gohan Beast, because obviously that's another superhero figure with effects. And I guess we could just grab Piccolo, the DXF one again, right? I kind of want to show him next to like a
I think I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab the Ichiban Kuji Cape Gohan, and then I'm also gonna grab that, you know, the Figure Art Zero Gohan Beast. So I'll do DXF Piccolo as well, but we won't do them for like a super long time. Okay. Let's see. Guess you could. Yeah, absolutely. Blood of Saiyan's Broly is a good example of that. A good example of what, a smaller figure that looks good. Is that what you mean? Okay. Let me grab. Is he in the way of anything? Will any figures take a tumble if I pull him? No. Okay, good. I have to make sure every time because I have so much stuff on my shelf. These figures aren't going to start, you know, like falling everywhere. Especially this thing. Because this thing, right, is like $110 or something like that, right? My boy, a little bit on the expensive side, but obviously that's the Figure Art Zero figures. That's just how they are. Okay. Let me move Gogeta here real quick. Just enough so that I can get capable on out. Because I think that would be a good, like, size comparison. Again, like, if these figures were just less expensive, I wouldn't be so, like, up in arms about the price. A figure that would look better if it was bigger? Yeah, for sure. Like, I think there's some figures that I would love to see. You know what's funny that you say that about the BOS Broly? Also the WCF Broly from a couple years ago. I have that one on the shelf, and I love that figure. It's great. It came with the, well, not came with, but it came out at the same time as the Chile, right? The WFC, the World Figure Coliseum, Broly and Chile. They should make a Figure Art Zero Orange Piccolo. That would be cool. I don't know what they would do because he doesn't actually do the special beam cannon as orange in the movie, but I'd still love to see it anyway. All right. So, we're set up now. Let me take my boy off the stage. He'll come back in a minute. And I guess I should probably keep these guys off of here because obviously they're going to be being used over and over and over. Let me, I'm probably going to use these guys again, so let me actually just move them. Goten and Trunks, I don't think I'm probably going to have out again, so, or like out again, you know, in these videos. So let me go ahead and move them. And let me just keep Piccolo and Gohan, and then rearrange that. Okay. Alright, we're good to go. Let me see, chat. Did you say anything else? They can just do history box, but make it actually good. Yeah, literally, like, I think that the figures, like, history box is a line that has so much potential, but the potential is just, like, squandered because of the fact that they are so small and so, like, little detail to them. Like, that Kid Goku figure where he's standing there, I think is he standing in front of Muscle Tower, or is he standing in front of another, like, red ribbon thing? I don't remember, but the one where he's, like, standing in the field, right, the iconic Goku, Kid Goku pose, right? That figure is so cool, but he's just held back by the fact that, like, all the shenanigans around him, you know? Alright. Piccolo is good. Is my camera balanced? Let me see. Oh, it is. Okay. I swear it wasn't balanced, but if you're telling me that it is phone, then I will believe you. I think it's also the table that's not balanced, because the table is definitely not exactly flat. Alright. I'm going to begin recording again, chat. So again, I will not be looking at chat for a couple minutes. We'll do the size comparisons, and then we'll take some pictures. Actually, see, there's a new message tag. Hold on. Let's see. He's staring down DKP. Yeah, exactly. Do you think the Angel Goku's coming to the USA? Oh, man, that's a good question. It's so weird because he doesn't have a overseas listing, but there's also, I forget the exact circumstance of it, but I know Baggy Saiyan, my boy on Twitter, was talking about how there is like some kind of listing for the US, but it's not like the normal like release thing of releasing them as like an overseas release. So we'll have to see. Remember seeing the Bye Guys Goku history box at round 1 before I was superhero collecting, or I'm super into collecting. I was about to try and win. I saw, yeah, yeah, that figure's not good. I have him too. That was one of my most disappointing figures of all time, honestly, because the production images look so good. The final product was so bad. Yeah, we'll have to see because basically, Johan edits. It's like the figure will be coming to the US somehow, but it's not the normal release, so it might end up being like a store exclusive. So we'll have to see. If I figure it out, I'm gonna be shouting to the heavens how to get that thing because you know that I want it. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna hit record. Doing our size comparisons, we of course have the usual gentleman taking the stage, the WCF Goku and the Ichiban Kuji Gotenks. Now, I think it's pretty clear to see, as I was talking about before with Piccolo's size. Holy cow! Basically, Piccolo is just about a little more than like, I don't even know if I would say Goku's half his height. Maybe more like approaching on 2/3. I think it's maybe a little bit more in between like a half and 2/3. That should tell you right there how small this guy is. Holy moly. Let's go ahead and grab the ruler. So, to be fair, this guy does have a little bit of a height advantage with the fire, right? Looking at him there, I think on camera, he kind of looks to be about like 5.5 inches, maybe 5.25. But with the fire, he reaches up a little bit more to like the 6-inch mark, right? That's definitely how it looks to me. So obviously you need a little bit more clearance for him on the shelf than just if it was normal Piccolo. But man, that is just so tiny. He's even smaller than, you know what, I'm going to grab him just to show you guys. We obviously opened up these two. I'm not going to have some pictures on the screen for these guys, but we just opened these up in a previous video, right? Obviously, go check out this video if you haven't yet. But Goten from Superhero and Trunks from Superhero are even taller than Piccolo, which is just like, bro, that's kind of crazy how short he looks compared to those two. But anyway, let's go ahead and get them off the stage. I want to give you some real doozies of comparisons here, okay? I'm going to make you quake in your boots at the comparisons that I have for you today. So, first of all, let's go ahead and get out the other Piccolo figure, right? Obviously, the Superhero DXF Piccolo, right? Obviously, this guy is a lot bigger than his orange counterpart for this figure, which is kind of funny because the DXF line is kind of small. So to see it almost like towering over the history box line is really, really interesting, right? I do think that these guys do look good together, though. You could definitely get some cool displays out of this if you're able to, like, put Orange Piccolo up on a pedestal, maybe, or something like that, above the base form Piccolo, right? Obviously, there is a DXF version of Orange Piccolo, but I personally like how this guy looks a little bit better than that one, even despite the size. Would be interesting to see with the DXF Piccolo how he scales. The orange one, obviously, next to this guy. All right. With that being said, I'm not going to put too many pictures up of this guy, but I just wanted to have him here for the sake of size comparison as well, just to really put this into perspective for you. This is, of course, a figure that we took a look at recently. I actually have to tilt the camera up just to even be able to get him in the frame. We have the Cape Gohan. Obviously, this is a Ichiban Kuji figure, and like, dude... This boy puts Piccolo to shame, basically, with how tall he is. Granted, these guys still do look pretty cool together, right? Obviously, all of the superhero figures just tend to look pretty nice, all things considered, all up on the shelf together. But I mean, it basically looks like Piccolo is a minifigure compared to Gohan. And it's crazy to think, obviously, I got Gohan on sale, but I paid like 35 bucks for him, and I paid like 27 for this Piccolo, so that is just kind of a little bit crazy to think about, I'm not gonna lie. And the final figure that I wanted to grab for our comparisons here is, of course, the other figure that I have from Superhero with the most effects attached to him, that of course being the Figuarts Zero Gohan Beast. Let me tilt the camera down a little bit there for you. Now, the thing that is, I will say, a little bit disappointing about this is that I think that if this guy, this Piccolo, right, would have been a little bit of a bigger figure, this would have been such a fire display. Having these two next to each other, and granted, it still looks really cool, right? Obviously, having Piccolo walk next to Gohan doing the special beam cannon. In fact, I may actually even display these guys together on the shelf just because I think that they look so cool. But if you were able to rather, increase Piccolo's size like tenfold, I think that this would work. Now, obviously, I know that there is figures of Piccolo in this pose that are bigger, right? The Ichiban Kuji one would fit that bill, but it doesn't have the fire, it doesn't have the rock effects, which obviously kind of match the effects of the Figuarts Zero one. But they do still look really cool together. Obviously, it's just awesome to see Gohan Beast and Orange Piccolo standing next to each other regardless. And with all of that being said, can I recommend this figure? I would say if you're a fan of Orange Piccolo, it's still really, really cool, right? It's definitely a figure that I would recommend. And it is small enough that it's even a figure that you could just have on your desk, right? Now, with that being said, I still think that the price is very, very expensive for this guy. Obviously, it's the standard, prize figure price. But man, like, 27 bucks for this guy just feels a little bit egregious with what you're getting for the package. So maybe this is a figure that you wait to see if you can find this guy on sale somewhere. I would say if you could find this guy for 20 bucks, 15 bucks, it would feel a lot more worth it to me personally. But if you do want to pick up the figure, of course, I will leave links in the description below. And if you buy him through the Amazon link, I will get a little bit of an extra cut with no extra cost to you. So thank you if you do cop him from that link. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of this Orange Piccolo figure. And with that being said, I will catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace. Okay, I need to drink water desperately, bro. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh man. You could display Orange Piccolo like a ways from Gohan maybe so it looks like he's the proper size. Yeah! You could definitely get some kind of like little bit of funny like sizing shenanigans. I feel like even if he was just a little bit bigger, it would work a little bit better. Like, let me get this for the camera angle that you guys are looking at here. Alright? First of all, let me bring him up to the camera so we can see him. Yeah. He looks really good. It's like, I like this figure. It's just hard to, like, justify it with it being so small. I don't know. Like, if I did like this, obviously this table is not that big, so this isn't, like, the best example, but... yeah, like, I don't know. If you did something like this, right? Obviously, this is just an example. This isn't, like, perfect by any means, but, I'm just trying to give you, like, some ideas here, like a visual of what you could do. That's not too bad. It looks maybe a little bit more like, with this kind of angle, right? It kind of looks a little bit more like Orange Piccolo is his normal size rather than, like, the giant size, right? That's what it kind of looks like. What is your favorite fusion from Dragon Ball? That's a good question. I don't know. I like Gogeta and Vegeta. I think the whole debate between them is so silly because they're both just sick. I don't know. I like the both of them. I think I could go either way, honestly. Alright, let's take some pictures of Orange Piccolo, and then we will move on to the Solid Edgeworks Beast. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stream, by the way. I know that this type of stream, like, it's pretty fun, honestly. I've been definitely really enjoying myself. It's basically just like talking to chat about figures and recording on the side. It's been pretty nice, honestly. I've been really enjoying this. It's cool because it's like, obviously I get to interact with you guys a little bit, and obviously it makes the unboxing videos a little bit more interactive when it comes down to it. So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream as well. This is fun. Good, I'm glad. It's definitely a lot more of like a chill type of stream, This is definitely not like the type of stream that you're coming into expecting like, crazy shenanigans and like, I'm going like, going crazy or whatever. It's definitely a lot more of like a relaxed, a lot more of a chill stream. So I don't know. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I definitely like it. It is fun. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. All right. Let me go ahead and grab a couple pictures of this guy. We have light. Yeah, okay. Lighting is good. My boy. Yeah, it's something about the face, bro. Something about his face is just a little off-putting to me. Like, it's not terrible. It's not, like, it doesn't look like a bootleg or something like that, right? Like, I've definitely seen some bootleg figures in my day, and this face does not scream bootleg. But it certainly doesn't scream exactly Orange Piccolo. And I don't know, I'm also very, very particular about my faces, too. Ooh, that's a good shot right there. Hold on, I'm going to show you that. Get a little bit more sun. That's a fire shot right there. Look at that one. That turned out good. I know it's going to be a little bit bright on the camera because obviously my, actual like phone camera is really bright. Or my phone screen rather, excuse me, is really bright. Okay, there we go. What other angles can we get out of the board? We'll do like, we'll do it from the other side. Oh yeah, that's cool. It's so funny too, because obviously you guys are almost getting like a completely different angle from the picture that I'm actually taking at the moment. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Right. Get a little bit of like a close up of the fire, maybe. It's obviously then, then we can get a little bit more focused on that. I really like how the light hits the fire, though. I will say, like, obviously it's just like that clear plastic that they're using. It's kind of giving it that effect. But I'm definitely a fan of how the fire looks under this lighting. Okay. All right. Back. Right. Take a picture of. Actually, I think I'll take a picture of the base like this, so then it also captures Orange Piccolo's like feet in there as well. As you can see, for some reason, you can see Piccolo's ankles. Let's take a picture of the back of the figure for the logo. Yeah, dude, the fire photographs so well. The fire looks awesome. All right. Let's do our other comparisons here. Let's see. Fire in more ways than one. Yes, sir. What's your favorite version of Boo? Either Buhan or I like Super Boo. Or is it, what's the I think it's Buhan when he's like not wearing the jacket. There's like one part where he's like eating in a store or something. My favorite store? What do you mean? MUI is going to make this stream way longer. Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, Luna. MUI Goku. I'm not actually going to be doing a full video on him. I'm going to be doing like some shorts with him. Because, I don't know, I could probably still do the video. And, like, it would be fine. Right? Like, it would still be successful enough. But I kind of feel like I missed the mark on MUI Goku. Right? We'll obviously still do a bunch of stuff with him on stream here. But he's going to be more so for shorts because MUI Goku came out and, like, the kind of... Now, obviously, I know it's a little silly to say because, obviously, like, the... What do you call it? Like, you know, I'm still opening these figures long after they came out. But, I don't know. I feel like these videos are kind of something you can just upload at any time. And the SH Figure Arts videos are a lot more of a competitive market as to, like, you gotta get them up right when the figure comes out. Transformation to Gohan? Oh, Beast. Easily. So, we're not going to be doing a full unboxing video on Goku. And the other thing is about that, right? The other thing is, like, the body for Goku is literally just the standard 2.0 body that we've seen a million times, right? So, like, I always appreciate my homies who do the SH Figure Arts, like, you know, videos, right? I watch a ton of people who do SH Figure Arts content. But, you know, it would basically, you know, I've reviewed Goku's on the channel before, right? I think it's just like, I could definitely make the video and it would be fine, but I feel like I'd rather focus my efforts on other places too. And the Figurepedia isn't even all that. It's kind of cool. Well, I'm excited to look at that, actually. I'm not going to lie. All right, so let's take some pictures of Piccolo so we can actually get to the boy Goku here, too. Yeah, no. Because I don't know. I just feel like, realistically, if I was going to make the Goku video, I should have made it when I got him, rather than, like, doing it now. And I could probably still upload it, and it would be fine. But I think I'll just kind of, like, save him for some shorts and stuff like that. But that is true, though. MUI Goku will probably make this stream a lot longer. I actually, the thing was, like, obviously I don't have anything to do tonight besides stream. But, I wasn't exactly sure how long the stream was going to be, because since I've never, like, actually done this sort of thing before, where I have, you know, like, streamed unboxing figures, because I know how long the unboxing process takes depending on the figure, right? Because obviously from conception to having the figure here to unboxing it to then taking the pictures and then obviously editing, I know how long that takes, and it's a lot easier to make the videos on prize figures than it is on SH Figure Arts, because obviously not only do you have to cover the posability and the accessories and, you know, head swaps and all that stuff, which I enjoy doing, but obviously it's so much more complicated than just, bam, here figure, here picture, done. You know, it's obviously a lot easier to make these prize figure videos. So if I do an SH Figure Arts video, it has to be an SH Figure Arts figure that I really, really want to make a video about. And I do want to make videos about Goku. But again, I just kind of feel like the ship has sailed realistically on, like, really doing it. So I will still make shorts of him, no doubt. I will still definitely use him for some content. But he's not getting his own video. And that's the other thing, too, that is kind of unfortunate. Like, huge mad props to all of the, you know, like, homies in Japan who always get these figures and then, like, upload the videos to YouTube. But obviously it doesn't help when it comes to, like, the YouTube aspect of things, that Japan gets the figures a month ahead of time, right? And then we here in the States, in terms of, like, the content side of things, are basically stuck with the, you know, the scraps, the seconds, because it's like, well, unless you import the figure, right, you're not going to be getting the same amount of traction if you were, you know, obviously, like, having it when it first went up. Cool, I sure like flipping through it. Have you heard about the new Dokkan exclusive Goku at Walmart? Yeah, I've seen people who've been going crazy about that thing. Funny enough that you say that. Do I still have them right here? I bought this thing so long ago. I don't even remember if I bought it online or if I bought it at, like, a store. I'm assuming I bought it online because of the sticker on it. But I have never even opened this thing. I have the original one. The original Dokkan Goku. I need to open this thing because I actually want to take some pictures with this. I just had this sitting here in storage for a while. Is my tape actually... Oh, maybe I have opened it because the tape is cut on this thing. Well, anyway. That, like, new one, though. The new Dokkan Goku. Yeah, people have been going nuts for that thing, dude. I looked for it myself. Funny enough, I think I like the sculpt on the old one better, to be honest with you. But I think the new one still looks good, right? I would have probably got him if I would have found him. His face is more accurate. You think so? Interesting. I kind of like the face on the first one more. What's your favorite Dragon Ball movie? Definitely superhero. But if we're talking Z, then it's either Fusion Reborn or BoJack. Both of those are good. Okay. Let's do a couple of quick pictures of Gohan. But yeah, the thing is, right, like, obviously I didn't know how long the stream was going to be because, of course, I know how long it takes for all that stuff with the videos. But obviously, right, with talking to chat and having the stream be, like, you know, set up and, you know, all that type of stuff, obviously it's going to take a little bit longer because, of course, all those aspects are at play, rather than if I was just, you know, making these by myself, right, with nobody here. But now I have all of you! And obviously I got to entertain you a little bit, right? Ooh, that's a cool angle. That's decent. That's decent. You like that? Obviously, not too many pictures of these two together because I didn't. Also, I usually gauge that as well with like how much pictures I take, by how long I talk about each of the figures when they're on the comparison, when they're on the chopping block, right? And obviously, I always take a bunch of pictures of just the figure itself to then like stick at the end. Yeah, that's probably good. Again, we didn't talk with Piccolo and Gohan on the stage for too long, so it was more so just to show, holy cow, this guy is tiny, small little guy. All right, Gohan Beast. This is the one that we really wanted to take pictures of. Oh, and I also have to do the short. Can't forget that. Can't forget that because I keep forgetting that. I've heard people say that. Interesting. I think the old one looks more like a figure, but the new one looks more like Goku. That's fair. That's definitely understandable. I get it. I think they both look good, right? Like, I don't think either of them looks bad. I think it's just, you know, it's always the type of thing of, like, personal preference when it comes to that sort of thing. And I know that's ironic coming from me who, you know, I'm always a stickler about, like, anime accuracy when it comes to figures and, you know, Dokkan essays, of course, and, you know, all that type of stuff. But, I don't know. I just like the face on the other one better, but I guess that's kind of, like, to each their own type of thing. And I guess that's also the advantage, right, of having multiple options when it comes to figures like this. I mean, Kaioken Goku is kind of a special case that he just literally has like two of the exact same figure, basically. But, you know, it's cool to be able to have some different, you know, options to work with for whatever you're in the market for, or whatever you're looking at. These guys, oh man, bro, looking at this, like, if this was like the Figure Art Zero figure, could they literally just make this guy, but like Figure Art Zero? If they literally just made this guy, but he was a Figure Art Zero figure, that would slap so hard. That would be awesome. Like, I keep looking at this guy, and I'm just like, man, he's so small, but he's so cool. Oh, man. Ooh, that's a good angle. Hold on. Get, Gohan in the back. Let's see. Focusing on Piccolo? It is kind of hard to see with the lighting sometimes when I take these pictures. It's a little bit difficult to tell what I'm looking at. Should I put that in front? I think it looks better than that. Yeah, again, sometimes it's hard to get like a bunch of unique angles because obviously it's like, well, you know, it is a statue. There's only so many angles of it that you can take. But obviously, I always do my best. Let's try and do one where like Gohan's going this way, maybe. Yeah, we'll do that. It's not as good of a look of Gohan, but I think it's a good trip, Piccolo. It's also the cool thing about doing these camera angles is you can make Piccolo look a little bit more posing. Ooh, you know what? Let's do that. That'll be the final one for Piccolo here. We'll do the face-off. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Let's see. That's pretty cool. I like that one. I like that one a lot. I like it a lot. They should made a 3.0 Kaioken. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the only thing is, I think what they did, is they just took the original body and then made it a matte finish rather than shiny and then added new heads, right? And so, like, they didn't really, like, make a whole new figure. They kind of just made, like, a revised version, I guess, right? That's kind of what they're doing with that blue Vegeta that they announced recently and now is up for pre-order. You know, he's not 3.0, and he's not a new figure, but he does have new face sculpts. Alright. That is good for Piccolo. It is time for the Beast. Alright. Kablamo. I'm excited for that. I will say, I know that the face on this figure I've also seen changed a little bit from the original images that I saw, so I'm hoping and praying that he still looks pretty good on my copy, but we'll have to see. Is the only let's see. Is there only one 3.0 Dragon Ball figure? No, there's a couple more than you think. How the full power Frieza? I'm hoping that he's really good. I still think he's a little bit too expensive, but I think that from all the pictures that they post, he looks fantastic. No, the 3.0 figures, it's really weird because Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta are both 3.0. Obviously, legendary Super Saiyan Goku, right? He's 3.0. Frieza's 3.0. They've done a little bit of like a mix on some figures as well, right? Like I think that Vegeta, right? The what is he like? Power level 52,000 or something. I forget the exact name of it, but it's the Namek Vegeta, right? That figure has like a mix of 3.0 and 2.0. It's really weird. They came out with the 3.0 stuff and they just like haven't stuck to it. I don't know. I don't really know what they're doing. It's kind of weird because people want 3.0 stuff so desperately. I mean, that's why these companies, these third-party companies, are dropping these 3.0 figures, and people are eating them up because, you know, Bandai's like high-key fumbling the pack right now, in that regard, anyway. I got full power Frieza. He's 100. Yeah, Turles. Turles I think is also a 3.0 figure. Yeah, like dude, like $100 for just Frieza. I don't know. Like, and it's not like you're getting like a crazy amount more than you got with Goku. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would be different if it was like a million accessories or something like that. But man, you're like getting, you know, you're just getting like the normal package basically for for how much you know you're paying. All right. I think that's just about good. Let me move this over. I'm really excited for this one. I'm really hoping he turns out good. This is the figure that I think, besides Goku, obviously, this is the figure that I think I've been looking forward the most to opening up. Alright. The Beast. The Gohan Beast, if you will. Looking good. Let me check chat one more time, and then we'll be golden. IDKY, they make new characters 2.0. Yeah. Kibu is less, and he has more. Yeah. Like, did you see, I'm sure you're familiar with the Tonson Art Toys Kibu. Like, that is going to be such a crazy release because, like, that's just an entirely new figure that Bandai's never made. They're just going to drop and be like, obviously, the third-party figures will never sell as much as the first-party, but still. Crazy. All right, showtime. I'm not gonna look at chat for a minute. Time to open the figure. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another Dragon Ball figure unboxing video, and ladies and gentlemen, today we're taking a look at the Beast. Gohan Beast from Dragon Ball Super Superhero from the Solid Edgeworks line. This is a figure that I have been really looking forward to for a long time now. Obviously, this is the A version because the B version is Ultimate Gohan. I do not have that figure. I may get it at some point, but at the moment, we're satisfied with the GOAT. And I'm also really excited about this guy because at the moment, I think personally, from all of the Gohan Beast prize figures that I have seen, he seems to be the best one. I know that the history box was kind of looking like the best one, and I do want to get that figure, but I think that the face on this one was better, at least for the initial images that I saw. Also, by the way, if you're curious, this is a bit of a weird case with the face, right? Let me turn the light off real quick. The face is supposed to be based off of this scene from Superhero, right? But it's kind of weird because obviously he's just standing there and he does the little smirk and the head tilt. But the Solid Edgeworks line has this thing where the figures are walking forward. So it's a little bit weird because like he's clearly walking forward, right? Like that's how the figure is posed. But he's doing the smirk from when he's standing still. So if it feels a little bit like off in that regard, I could definitely understand. Obviously, I still think it's cool because they're combining a little bit of a reference from the anime with the gimmick of the figure line, but I can definitely understand some people looking at it and going like, wait a minute, he wasn't walking during that scene in the movie. So, let's go ahead and see how the boy looks. Now, this will actually be a fairly decent-sized figure, I think. He should be, anyway. He comes in 2 pieces. And let's get him out of the brown box. Whoo! Oh my gosh. Okay, alright. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Mr. Beast. Wait a minute. Let's go ahead and get him out. So first of all, the legs, right? Mr. Beast, bro. Okay, so cool. This guy does not have a peg on the bottom, as you can see, right? On his feet. It is just a hole. So, that is going to be really cool because you don't have to use the base. I mean, I'm sure he'll probably need it to stand. This is the weirdest base I've ever seen. Speaking of which, what is this thing? I've never seen a foot base like this. Are they innovating the game out here? That's a foot base. Huh. Oh, jeez. It's not like soft plastic. It's like hard. I'm usually used to those things being a little bit softer plastic. Alright. Let's get the boy out of the packaging. This one, I am very, very excited to see how he turned out. Now, I will say one thing as I'm opening this guy up, right? That I think it's so weird because there's so many things about this figure that I'm already in love with. And so many things about this figure that I'm already like a little bit like apprehensive about. So first of all, holy cow, the hair is amazing. This sculpt for the Gohan Beast hair, I don't even know if I can like properly describe to you how much joy I feel right now. This is a awesome hair sculpt, dude. They nailed the look of Gohan Beast hair. Absolutely nailed it. I know that there have been quite a few figures where they kind of have the hair different, right? Where it's really, really interesting. Let me actually show you. Okay, real quick. I'm going to grab the SH Figure Arts Gohan Beast. Oh yeah, true. Absolutely. And because the Boo figures are like, obviously, what, the only Boo that we have is Super Boo, right? Am I misremembering that? Is there not another SH Figure Arts Boo, I don't think? Alright. I'm grabbing the SH Figure Arts Gohan Beast because I want to show the hair sculpt differences. And I'll also use the Figure Arts Zero in a second. So if we take a look at the SH Figure Arts Gohan Beast, this is going to be a little bit hard to, this is going to be a little bit hard to like show you. Actually, hold on, I'm going to redo that. I'm going to move the camera up a little bit. Oh yeah, Fat Boo, duh, I forgot about that one. How can I forget about Fat Boo? That's a figure that I actually really want to get. I know he got a re-release recently. Okay, there we go. Both in frame? Yeah. Actually, we could probably... Yeah, that'll be easier to show it off like that. Taking a look at the SH Figure Arts Gohan Beast, they are very, very similar in terms of the hair sculpt, right? But I think that the Solid Edgeworks hair sculpt just wins out that slight little bit because it feels just the right amount of proportions, right? No. I didn't like the way that came out. Hold on. I'm gonna redo it again. Taking a look at this guy compared to the SH Figure Arts Gohan Beast, I think it's pretty clear to see that just barely the Solid Edgeworks edges out the SH Figure Arts Gohan Beast, right? Both of them have fantastic hair sculpts and are obviously very, very accurate to the source material, but I think the thing to really like keep just in mind or when looking at these is that the proportions of these spikes and the like almost like puffiness of the hair, I think is absolutely perfect on the Solid Edgeworks one. On the SH Figure Arts one, it's a little bit more condensed in, like it's kind of like somebody took his hair and like squeezed it a little bit, right? And some of the spikes I feel like are a little bit more like popped out than they should be. It's a little bit more like, I don't know, gradual in the way that it looks like on the Solid Edgeworks one. And I don't think either are bad, but I think this one is just the most accurate to the movie, if I do say so myself. Taking a look at the other side as well, right? I still think that for sure these ones look even more similar, but I think that the Solid Edgeworks Gohan Beast definitely wins out a little bit here. Again, both look very good, but I think it's just those small little details that I'm really looking at that make the big difference. And, you know, especially against the Figure Arts Zero Gohan Beast, right? This hair is not bad, but it's definitely like not even a competition compared to whose hair sculpt is better between these two figures. Like, I think it's pretty clear to see the Solid Edgeworks one. The spikes are just more like prominent. They're more defined. There's more of them, right? It's not this like kind of a little bit more thinner hair strands, if that makes sense, right? Obviously, the Figure Arts Zero one has a lot less spikes to it. And even though it still looks good, I think that the Solid Edgeworks one definitely has the better sculpt. Even on the other side, I think it's so funny with Gohan Beast, for some reason, I swear, this side always looks better than the other one when it comes to these figures. But I still think that this one, the sculpt is just better and, you know, more accurate to the movie. Not to mention, again, color, very accurate to how it should look on this one. This one, not so much. And I know that's a little bit more of a stylistic choice for the figure itself, but still. All right. So, his hair looks good, but what about the face? Gohan's face looks good. I think that this is a pretty decent face, right? I do think that if we take a look at the original production images, the face does look a little bit better on those original images, right? Hold on, I'm going to do some B-roll here because I messed up the thing. If we take a look at the original production images, I do think that the face looks better on those than it does on the final product. However, I don't think that the final product looks bad by any means, right? I still think that the face looks good on it, right? That's not, my camera's not focusing. Hold on. Let me get it to focus. Taking a look at the original production images, I think it's pretty clear to see that they do look better on those original images. The figure definitely doesn't look bad by any means in the final product, but I still think that those original production images do kind of edge out a little bit. However, I think that the main thing that this guy's really missing when looking at the details of this figure is shading and like line work on the face, right? Because I think that it looks too like pale, or it's like there's too much like skin color, which I know is kind of funny, but I think it's just hard to see the details of his face, and his mouth kind of just like almost meshes into the rest because it's the white. It's ironic because a lot of the time Bandai will put like almost like lipstick on their figures, right, when it comes down to it, and give us like these like black outlines for the mouth, which I really never like when they do. But ironically enough, I almost think that that would have maybe been a really good choice for this particular instance, because I think it would have just worked a little bit better for having the mouth be separated from the rest of the face. This is a really hard figure to put in. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, this is a tight connection. I think I got it in. Let me double check. Yep, okay, we're good. This figure is pretty decently tall as well. Holy moly. Let me tilt the camera a little bit so you can get a better look at like the full scale here. Yeah, this guy is a really good height, honestly. This right here, let's also put the foot base on. This right here is definitely, this is such a weird foot base. I've never seen a foot base like this. I mean, I know the whole gimmick is he's supposed to be walking. There we go. Oh, that actually works really well. I'm not going to lie. Okay, cool. Yeah, so obviously, right, when it comes to the sculpt overall, I think it looks really, really good. It is pretty simple, but obviously there are some scratch marks and there are some rips and stuff like that in the clothes. Obviously they're tattered on the edges, especially on the sleeves, which is really, really nice to see. Obviously, the muscle definition is there, right? I think that the bang as well, which I didn't talk about with the hair, is so good. This huge curly bang looks awesome, if I do say so myself. And I think that, again, this is a prize figure size right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the size of a $27 figure, right? This feels more worth it to me. And man, the angles that you're going to be able to get out of this guy, holy cow. Okay, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons now. Boys, they cooked. Holy cow, they cooked. They cooked. They cooked, bro. Oh my gosh, he looks great. I really like the way that he looks. Let me show you. Oh man, they cooked with my boy. They cooked. They did a good job. I like it. I like this figure a lot. I'm gonna be honest. I like this thing. It's sick. Dude, they did a good job. Again, I feel like there's something slightly off about the face, but I don't know. Especially when you're going to be displaying it from different angles, you kind of won't be able to see it as well. I really, really like this a lot. I think they did a great job with it. I love the gimmick of him, like... Let me put that back down. I love the gimmick of him, like, walking. I think it actually works pretty nicely. It looks good, and you can get some cool angles out of that, too. This base is so weird. I don't know how I feel about it. Kind of strange. But not terrible. Again, it accomplishes the purpose of the foot base's purpose, right? To obviously be a little bit, you know, to keep the boy walking. All right, Christopher walking. All right, put him in the middle. Grab the ruler and the other figures, and that'll be good to go. Interesting. Yeah, it is interesting. What's your favorite version of SH figures? Oh, easily 3.0. I mean, like, the articulation is just unmatched. The, you know, like, look of it compared to the anime, right? Everything at play. It's just the best. 2.0 has a special place in my heart because obviously we have so many 2.0 figures, but definitely 3.0 is like the way to go, right? All right. Let's do the size comparison. Taking a look at this guy next to our usuals, we have the Ichiban Kuji Gotenks and the WCF Goku here. These guys, obviously, in terms of the scale, you can tell that Gohan Beast is king. This guy is a very, very decently sized figure. I feel, personally, that this is just about the size that these prize figures should be sized at if you are going to be pricing them at this $27 range. And if you're wondering why I'm saying that, I'll show you in a second. Taking a look. Oh my gosh! Is that approaching 9 inches? Is that right? Let me turn him to the side so that you can see him in the camera there. And you can see his head spikes. It's kind of funny too, because obviously he's on the camera, it almost looks more like 10, but on like IRL, it looks a little bit more like 9. He's a decent sized figure. Obviously, if he wasn't like walking like that and he was standing straight up and down, then he would be a little bit more, you know, like taller too. But of course, that darn hair adds so much height to the figure that, of course, right, like you can't help but be in awe of his presence. Yeah, I think this is like the perfect size, honestly, because if you watched the last video that I put up, you would know that we took a look at this guy, right? This, of course, being the History Box Orange Piccolo. These two figures are the same price, and obviously, look how much more tiny Orange Piccolo is compared to Gohan Beast there, man. That is almost, like, pitiful, to be honest with you. That is, like, just kind of sad, bro. But they do still look really good together, and I'm not gonna lie, having the both of them walk forward like this is actually such a sick little gimmick. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of makes me really want them to make a solid Edgeworks Orange Piccolo just so that we could have this gimmick of the two of them walking forward. This is kind of funny because it's like the opposite of the movie, right? It's like Gohan went giant instead of Piccolo going giant. But yeah, that's Orange Piccolo for you. Obviously, it's still very, very cool, and I'm sure that you could definitely get some decent display options out of that. The other figure that I wanted to bring out is, of course, the Ultimate Gohan from DXF, right? Obviously, this is a lot smaller of a figure line, But obviously, it is still pretty cool seeing Ultimate and Beast together. And I think that these guys do pair pretty well, right? Obviously, you can tell that the scale is not perfect between the two of them. I mean, of course, right? Obviously, one line is a lot smaller than the other. And funny enough, Gohan's a lot more tan on the DXF one now that I'm looking at these two. But yeah, they definitely did a good job still making these superhero figures feel like, excuse me, that you can kind of display them all together and still get some really good displays out of this. You can definitely get some cool shots with the two of these guys together. And, of course, you know for a fact that I had to bring out the big bad Mama Jamma himself. I mean, he was already in the video, so it's like kind of not that big of a surprise, I guess. But the Figure Arts Zero Gohan Beast, right? Obviously, these two figures together, right, look really, really cool. You know your boy's going to be trying to get more Gohan Beast stuff as the years go on. I have ended up with, like, too many Gogeta Blue figures to count, so at this point, I need to fill it out, bro. I need the next movie transformation in my life, okay? I will be copying more Gohan Beast figures as time goes on, but it is really cool to see these guys next to each other on the shelf. It's kind of funny, because I will say, in terms of the scale, right, all things considered, I think that the Solid Edgeworks Gohan is a little bit bigger than the Figure Arts Zero one, which is really, really interesting. I mean, they're just about the same, right? I'm thinking that the Figure Arts Zero one might just be a tiny hair bit smaller in terms of the scale, but they're just about there, right? Regardless, though, it is kind of interesting because obviously, right, when we're talking about the pricing between these two figures, Gohan is $27 and the Figure Arts Zero Gohan is $100 to $110. Obviously, that's because of all the effects that you're getting and all that other stuff. But it is interesting to see the difference between these two guys despite the huge price discrepancy. And of course, the sculpt is a lot more detailed on the Figure Arts Zero one. It's a lot more simplistic on the prize figure. But I don't know, man. Like, I might be... Is this a hot take to say that I like the Solid Edgeworks one better? Ooh, I don't know. I think that they are both really, really cool. And obviously, they're both different poses, so it's awesome to have them both. But man, I think that they cooked with this guy. I definitely recommend picking this guy up. If you would like to grab a copy for yourself, of course, links in the description where you can do so. And if you pick him up from the Amazon link, I will get a little bit of a cut with no extra cost to you. So thank you if you do end up getting him from there. And man, if we're talking about the price, this is definitely a figure that I think is worth that $27 price point. This figure is well worth your money. If you're looking for a solid Gohan Beast, it's a decent size to have up on the shelf, a fantastic sculpt, right? A really, really cool pose. This is the one, ladies and gentlemen. As far as I'm concerned, I know this is like not fair to say because I don't have any of the other prize figures at the moment, the DXF one or the Solid Edgeworks one, the History Box one rather. But by golly, this is the best Gohan Beast prize figure. I'm going out on a limb. I'm saying it right now. I'm laying down the law. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And I will see you then. Dokkan Assets out. Peace. Man, I love Gohan Beast, chat. I love Gohan Beast. I love Gohan Beast. Oh my gosh. He's so cool. He's so cool, bro. Yeah, they definitely did a good job with this figure. For sure. I think they absolutely did a good job with this figure. Again, I really wish the face was more closer to like the original production images, but I still think that they did a really good job. They definitely did a good job. Let me sit down and take a drink of water real quick before I get back in the saddle again. What's your favorite version of Goku? GT Goku or Z? Well, definitely Z Goku. Z Goku's the GOAT. That's where Goku became Goku. Oh, the prize! I forgot about Clear Eyes. I'm going to mention that in the video. Thank you for reminding me, Luna. I completely forgot about the Clear Eyes one. Yeah, that one I think has a little bit of a better sculpt than this guy, if I'm keeping it 100 with you. Interesting. Yeah, which is crazy too, because both of those lines were like awful initially. The Solid Edgeworks line was like a dud with the Goku walking forward, right? And then the Clear Eyes line wasn't as much of like a flop at the beginning because they still had some decent figures, but I think the gimmick kind of turns a lot of people off. But yeah, I would say so. Solid Edgeworks and Clear Eyes both been killing it recently, honestly. All right. Time for some pictures. And I also forgot to make a short out of Orange Piccolo, so we'll do that too. And then it's time for a little fun. We're going to be opening up MUI. How long have we been going, by the way? Oh my gosh, it's been almost 2.5 hours. I did not think it's been that long. Holy moly. Don't think he's better than the second Ichiban Kuji one. The second Ichiban Kuji one. Remind me, Anthony, which one is that? You know what? Let's take a little journey. Let's take a little journey. I'm thinking that that one... is that the one that came out with... Is that the one that came out with the, like, big muscular orange Piccolo? Yeah, where he's standing. Yeah, let me pull it up. Gohan Beast. Yeah, the Namek Ichiban Kuji. My friend literally asked me, "Are you busy?" Bruh. I'm streaming. LOL. This guy, bro. This guy. This guy is goofy. Anyway, let me pull this up for you here. Thankfully, I prepared for... Oh, I didn't put the chat on the screen. I prepared for this, though. Let me add the chat. Hold on. Add browser chat. Add existing. Okay. Cool. Let me put it like right here. Actually, I'll put it in this corner. You cannot see the names with the dark blue there. Holy cow. Oh, it's fine. It's just going to be here for... Actually, hold on. Will it be... Okay, it's still up there. Awesome. Just for it to be on the screen. Anyway, I think you're talking about this one, right? Yeah, the Omnibus Brave. Yes, the Omnibus Brave. Gohan Beast. I want to get this because I really want to see how I feel about it. I feel like his face isn't great, though. His forehead's too big. And it kind of has the same... like thing as I was talking about with the Figure Art Zero Gohan Beast, where it's like the hair is way too spread out rather than like a bunch of spikes, right? This is like a couple of big spikes rather than like a bunch of smaller ones. Well, let me move the chat a little bit. Stop it, because like, really? I didn't, that's interesting. I don't know, I don't read the comments on my figure collection. I just like, you know, browse the website for information. I never usually scroll down to the comments. This is basically as far as I go most of the time. This is about the extent. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Nobody has IRL pictures of this guy because, you know, obviously sometimes people post things from their collection. His face looks way different. Okay, that's fair. This is a figure that I want to get. Like, if I saw this guy on sale, I would definitely get him at some point for sure. But yeah, wait, no, superhero. We want this. Clicking on this. Probably the best way to use it. Yeah, probably. Yeah, this figure I do not have, but this is like the figure that I want to be like my go-to Orange Piccolo. I really like the way that this guy looks. I don't know. I never like, I don't know. I have an account on my figure collection. I don't even think I'm logged in. I don't even really like use it. I literally just use it to look up information for videos. I mean, that's also the type of thing where it's like, you know, unfortunately in every community there's just bad apples, right? And also that's kind of the, that's kind of just the nature of the beast when it comes to like a website that has like, because obviously they have all figures, even some, you know, not YouTube friendly figures, you know. What's your, what your private go at your figure? What do you mean? That's the best Piccolo also? Yeah, I would think so. I would agree with that. It's weird to me that they allow dojins, but stuff like DF is not allowed. Yeah, I don't know. That is a little weird. I never really thought about that before. That is a little strange, honestly, now that you say that. I didn't even think about that. Huh, interesting. All right, well, let's go back to taking some pictures here. That is really weird. I never really thought about that before. Why? Oh yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Broly also. I really want to get that figure. I have the original Broly that one is based off of. But I would like to get that Super Saiyan 3 one. Let me real quick, I'm going to do the video for Piccolo just to kind of get him out of the way. Alright. Yeah, so this is good to know, though, for next time, right? Because obviously this is my first time doing a stream like this. Maybe next time I don't do... Well, technically Goten and Trunks are kind of like a package deal, so they kind of count as one figure. But maybe even like... Maybe even just do like 3 figures next time. I mean, I don't mind doing a little bit of a longer stream. It doesn't bother me. But, you know, obviously, like, it's taken longer than I thought. But obviously that's also because of the fact that we're talking to chat. Or, well, me, I am talking to you, chat. Obviously in between, which is great. I'm enjoying it. But obviously, you know, it makes it take longer because I'm not just, like, recording. So... But I do not mind. But I think for next time then, maybe we just do like 2 or 3 figures type of thing. Or like, you know, it will depend, right? Because obviously the prize figure is a little bit easier to make videos out of. And for MUI Goku, obviously it's going to be a short, so it's not going to be as long of a filming process for that. I was sure that's fine. They don't allow third-party stuff, and then I saw a bunch of character listings had gross dojins as entries. Interesting. Have you gotten any of the new Heroes Kuji figures? I have not, because they were so expensive. I just didn't want to get them. That's definitely something that I'm going to be investing in the future is more of those. I have not. I really want that Super Saiyan 3 Rose. I do want Broly as well, too. But funny enough, like, I don't know. I think just because I have so many prize figures and Kuji figures, I've been a little bit more, like, interested in SHF stuff and third-party SHF, stuff recently, just because I have less of it, so it's kind of just rounding out the collection more. But, with that being said, obviously it doesn't mean that I'm not interested in prize figures and Ichiban Kuchi figures, because of course, you know, it's my bread and butter, basically. So, alright, video for Piccolo, that's what we're doing here. I was like, what am I doing? I was like, what am I going for here? Video... We don't want blur, we just want normal video. Okay. And the nice thing is, like I said about these shorts, is that because I am adding music to the shorts, I don't necessarily have to be quiet during them because the audio is just going to get muted anyway. There we go. Let's do one like this. Ooh, that'll be a good one. We'll come from around and then over. That's a good idea. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll do one like this. That's pretty cool. Okay. Easy clap. The short, I'm telling you, man, shorts are so easy. Shorts are so easy to make. Just trying to get Angel Goku. Yeah, oh, he's crazy. He's crazy expensive right now. Have you heard of Matches Peaches? I have heard of that YouTuber before. Yeah, he does figure stuff as well. Angel Goku getting expensive. Oh, yeah. No shade, just curious. I don't know. Well, so I only use that. I use that one song, the funny, like, I forget what that song is called. Like, the little icon is like a little, like, plushie of a monkey, though. I use it for all of the figure hunting videos just because it's a funny song. And I feel like it kind of fits the nature of figure hunting. I know that's, like, a little bit silly to say, maybe, but, like, I don't know. I feel like it just kind of fits the more, like, fun nature of what the short is. Where it's like, you know, oh, today we're going figure hunting at, you know, blah, 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 blah store. You know, I don't know. I just kind of feel like it fits the vibe a little bit more than, like, if I did, you know, like, I might get washed away tonight. You know, something like that. Obviously, you know, I could just not put music or put like different music or something like that, but it's just that, you know, I don't know. I think it's a funny song, and I think it kind of fits the like the sort of vibe that I'm going for with those videos. I will say though, it's gonna kind of depend on how it goes with the music on those, because the sort of unfortunate thing about it is that for some reason, I don't know why this is the case, when I make those with music, the quality on YouTube gets like reduced for some reason. Like, I don't know what it is. The quality on YouTube and TikTok, or on YouTube and TikTok, on Instagram and TikTok doesn't drop, but the quality on YouTube drops when I add music, because I uploaded it through PC and I didn't add music, and the quality of the short was fine. It's so weird. I don't really understand why that's the case. I even made like a tweet about it, but it just like, I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me why it works like that. Because it shouldn't work like that. That's a very valid, funny reason. Did you get the Bulma? I did not. I definitely need to. She was kind of expensive though. I don't know. I think I've been a lot more like of a stickler of prices. I've been trying to save money a little bit more recently, I feel like. All right. I do want to get that figure though, because that Bulma is immaculate. It's fantastic. Great sculpt. Okay. Pictures. Oh, my phone's on 41%, but that's fine because I have a brick that if I need to, because the thing is, my phone is losing battery so quickly because of the fact that it's not only like the brightness is basically at max, the phone is heating up because obviously it's under the you know, the stress of like the light. And not to mention, obviously, recording at the same time. All those factors kind of, you know, add into a little bit of double trouble for the battery of the phone, but it's fine. That's why we have extra precautions in place to be able to counteract the phone's shenanigans. Yeah, this is a really cool figure, man. I like this thing a lot. Like, it's so funny that I always bash on Bandai, I swear, for like the funny like lipstick thing, basically, where it looks like that they have like lipstick on their figures, and this is the one time where I feel like it really would have benefited the figure by having his lips, or like his outline of his mouth be a little bit more like obvious. It's also kind of funny because I swear from some angles it looks a lot better than others. Like here, let me show you. I'm doing a straight on shot right now of it. So like this shot right here, I feel like that doesn't look as good with the mouth as like that one does from a little bit of the angle, you know? I know that's just kind of the 3D object shenanigans coming into play, but what's up, the Robert? Joined the stream late. I do got that orange Piccolo. It goes hard. I like him. I like him. I wish he was a little bit bigger, but I do like him. Oh, the robot. Did I just say the Robert? The robot. Why did I say your name? I think I thought your name was Robert. Welcome to the stream. No worries. We still got a little bit of time left in the stream. We still got another figure to open. We still haven't even opened MUI Goku yet, so we still got my goat on the chopping block. Right. Speaking of Piccolo, back on the table with you, my friend. The boys. Yo, they look so cool. I just wish he was bigger, man. I know I've sounded like a broken record this stream, basically. It looks so goated together, dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they need to make like a Figure Arts Zero orange Piccolo and have him have like these crazy effects, because that would be so nice. Let's have Piccolo in front. I do really like the base though. I'm definitely a big fan of the base. all your bases are belong to us. Classic meme right there. That's an ancient meme. Let's do a little bit of one where they're like kind of like looking in separate directions. Yeah. Like they're going to fight two different enemies. Yeah, that's cool. I always enjoy taking pictures of figures like this. It's just like, it's therapeutic, to be honest. This is my therapy. This is the kind of thing that your boy is, you know. When I'm having a bad day, crack open a figure, take a couple pictures, you golden. I'm not gonna photograph this with Piccolo. I guess just like this. Maybe it'd be better if we do it from here because then like Gohan's arm is back. And then in the camera angle. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks sick actually. Hold on. That is really cool. Okay. We didn't even have Piccolo up on the stage for that long, so we're taking my boy off there. But anyway, what was the other figure that I put up? Gohan, the XF one, I think. Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom. I might actually get, with how much I really like this Gohan Beast, I may actually get the Solid Edgeworks Beast as well, because like, dude, they cooked with my boy, which I'm very happy about. What's up, Super Duper Something? Orange Piccolo might need a little extra. That little extra went a long way. Yeah, for real, bro. Oh my gosh. It's such a cool figure, but I just wish he had that height. And I think it's also a product of him being giant, right? Like, it doesn't help that, like, if it was, like, normal size Piccolo and he didn't go giant in the movie, then maybe it'd be like, okay, sure. But I feel like that's what really, like, kind of gets me about it, is that it's like, especially in that scene, he's big, right? So you would think that he would want to be, they would want to make the figure bigger. Also, this Gohan, it's so hard to photograph him because his eyes are cocked to the side. That's why a lot of the times with like figures, especially SHF, they always have the like eyes looking forward because they just tend to photograph a little bit better that way. And they kind of just look a little bit better like that sometimes. It depends on the case for sure. Dude, I really like this guy. I'm pretty happy with how this guy turned out, honestly. I'm glad that he turned out so good. Yeah, dude, like I swear Gohan on the DXF one has like a tan. Like it looks like he's got a spray tan or something. I think I already took that picture. Now that I'm taking it again. Let's have them like stare each other down. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I've really been wanting some more Gohan Beast figures, so I will definitely be copying some more. I really want to get the history box one. I want to see how he compares like size-wise to the history box one, which is a big one. Okay, I think that's probably good for the two of them. I feel like anything else that I can think of that I'll do. I kind of did that already, didn't I? Well, let's do a little bit of another little funny angle here. I always like to give myself, even though it kind of makes more work for me to be honest, I always kind of like having more options, because then that way, if I don't like some of the pictures that I took, I just have more options of stuff to use, you know? Makes sense, I guess, right? Let me go ahead and read chat real quick. Favorite Gamma 1 or 2? I like them equally. I love both the characters, they're great. No disrespect to Beast Gohan, but he's the type to say he's... That's true. That is true. The history box figures are so smaller and they never look right in the face. I hope that the Grandista... I don't know if y'all heard about this. I think I talked about it in a video, but the Grandista series might actually come back, that line, because they've been pumping out a couple One Piece figures from that line. And I forget what happened, but something with like the licensing or something like that recently changed again, so like they can use it again or something. I don't remember exactly what the case was, but I'm hoping that that means that we'll get more. Because the only recent figures have been the Grandista Nero, which was like what, MUI Goku, Super Saiyan, Gogeta, or well, not MUI Goku, I'm sorry, Omen Goku. What was the other Nero figure? Oh, base Vegeta, which funny enough I have up on the shelf. Because it's so funny how they made base Goku. But then again, technically like base Goku is like, you could consider that a Grandista Nero figure, even though it's technically not. Because it's like he was the OG Grandista Nero figure, because Grandista Nero wasn't a thing when he was introduced. It was just like, oh, it's another Grandista Goku, and it was just the base form one. You know, because obviously the Super Saiyan one was the first one. So I guess you could kind of consider him like the grandpappy of Grandista Nero, but I don't know if you would really count that, because obviously it doesn't say it on the box. But if you want to go by a technicality of how that like subsection of Grandista figures works, then I guess you could say that. Let's get those guys together right there. Okay. Looking good. Yeah, is this a hot take for me to say that I think I like the Solid Edgeworks one better? Maybe that's just a testament to how good the Solid Edgeworks line has been, like, all things considered, right? When, you know, the line was originally really stinky, and now they're just cooking like crazy. Might have to get more Solid Edgeworks figures, I'm not gonna lie. This Gohan Beast has impressed me. Though it is Gohan Beast, and I love Gohan Beast. Gohan Beast is the only, like, transformation that has contested my love for Super Saiyan 3 in the past, like, literally all of me liking Dragon Ball. Like, as soon as I saw Super Saiyan 3, I was in love. I love Super Saiyan 3. And Gohan Beast is genuinely the only transformation in Dragon Ball history that has, like, contested with that for me. I love it. I know it's in super goofy, but I think it's perfect for Dragon Ball. Can I get the... Ooh, yeah. There we go. No, I don't want that. There we go. Okay. That'll work well enough for the goal of that photo. I guess that's good. We took a bunch of pictures of Gohan in the beginning, right? Yeah, okay. I guess we're probably good. I think that was probably enough, right? Let's see. I know I'm basically talking to myself, saying, was that right? Let me read chat again. I want the Super Saiyan 3 Goku Grandista manga. That would be so cool. I have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, funny enough, like, out of frame over there, but that's a fantastic figure. I know this might be a stupid question, but are you related to the person who... No, that's not a stupid question at all. Yes, I am the same person. That is me. I am Dokkan Assets, yes. Why did Yamcha let Dr. Drug? Because he wasn't strong enough to beat him, bro. Yeah, no, I am Dokkan Assets, DBZ Assets, whatever you want to call me. That is indeed what I am, yeah. Fun fact, Omega Shenron and 23rd World Tournament Goku have alternate versions of their Dokkan OSTs on the CD. Really? Somebody needs to upload that, bro. Somebody needs to upload that, because I've heard, like, crazy things. I want to buy that CD, but I think I looked on eBay, like, one time, and I was like, nope. Because that thing was very overpriced. But, like, you know, like, there's only, like, what, like, a couple that exist in the whole world. So, like, I get it, you know. It's a limited item, of course. It's going to be a little bit on the pricey side. It's not going to be like, oh, yeah, $20 at your local Walmart or whatever, you know. Man, this guy is so cool, though. I gotta say, I am satisfied. Which is great, because there's a lot of the time when, especially these Bandai figures, they leave me feeling like I'm wanting a little bit more. And I think Gohan has left me feeling like I'm gotten just what I paid for. So that's good. Alright. I'll keep the Beast on the stage for the moment. I'll have him look at the camera for you so you can have a little bit of a Gohan Beast action. There you go. And I'll get this guy off. And now we'll do MUI Goku. Do not get me started on the OSTs. I'm still in shock on what they made the trumpet go so hard. Yes, true. I paid $300. That's insane, dude. See, that's dedication. If you could upload that That would be amazing. I'm telling you right now, I would retweet that a lot. I would go crazy with giving you support on that, because as far as I know, unless like a Japanese Dokkan player has posted it, I don't think that rip exists on YouTube. At least as far as I am aware. But I could also just not know. But I do have my nose in quite a many places in the Dokkan community, so I would kind of be a little bit surprised if I didn't know about it, to be honest. But you can't catch everything. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Let me clean up a little bit here. Obviously, I'm still going to talk to you, chat. And let me put some of these figures on the shelf, because obviously now I'm going to get Goku, and some of the figures are on top of the box that Goku's in. By the way... oh, wait, why am I showing you this on here? I guess so. Look at the haul, bro. All these figures we opened today. Why do they all have black and white on the side of the box? I did not even notice that. Different file versions. Yeah, FLAC would be the highest rips. Rips don't get uploaded because people want to keep the price high in case they want to resell it. I guess that's true. Don't like that they say Gohan Beast is stronger than MUI Goku and Vegeta. It is kind of weird. Like, I don't know. See, the thing that's so weird about that is they just, like, say that and they don't really, like, ever acknowledge it again. They're just like, yeah, he's him anyway. Like, it's a little strange that they don't go more into detail on that. Because that seems like a kind of an important thing, but I don't know, it kind of feels like that, like Toei and Toyotaro, and rest in peace to the GOAT Toriyama, they don't really, care about Dragon Ball power scaling as much as the community does. I think that's just something we kind of have to accept as a community, is that they just don't care as much about, the characters necessarily being, perfectly, exactly stronger than one character or another. It's just kind of the nature of how it is. Do I have another figure that could fit right there? How did I fit Piccolo here before? I'm putting my figures back up on the shelf before we tackle Goku. I guess that works. Actually, Orange Piccolo might be able to fit in the little, spot that now resides an empty hole on my shelf. Let me see. But I kind of wanted to display him next to... I'm actually going to have to... Ooh, actually, that might be perfect. I think I'm going to... Oh, no, the base is a little bit too big. That's unfortunate. I'm definitely going to have to rearrange my shelf a little bit here, though. Because, there's some figures that I'd rather have, a little bit more on, a pedestal. And there's some figure... a literal pedestal. I don't mean, oh my gosh, he's the GOAT, he's the best. I mean, literally, up higher than the other figures. That's what I mean. Let me move the figure 0 Gohan Beast, and then we'll get to work. I will open the box, obviously not the box that he comes in, but I mean the brown box off camera, because again, I do know for a fact that the premium Bandai boxes do come with a packing slip on the inside, and those boxes do have my address on it, I think. So, I will open up the brown box off camera. Wave is actually the really? I thought it was FLAC. How much they train and power up just gets a big pop? Yeah. I'm glad they don't care, because it would be... Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's it would be so, I don't know. I feel like Dragon Ball just wouldn't be as much fun if they cared about it as much. It's kind of I don't want to say it's kind of like JoJo, but it's kind of like JoJo in the way that, Star Platinum, obviously after Dio dies, right? I guess until part 5. Clearly the strongest stand, right? Bro can stop time, right? He defeated a guy who could stop time longer than him as well. And then... and then... Bro gets beaten by a rat in part 4. The boy Bug Eaten. Bro gets actually clapped up by a literal rat. And granted, he's kind of doing it on purpose to, like, figure out where the rat is. But still, he gets clapped up by a rat. And obviously, right, that, like, power scaling, it just doesn't make any sense. Right? Oh, actually, I probably could open this on stream, but this box is huge, but it's because it has the book. And it's because it has the encyclopedia. Let me move. I guess we don't really need this box, huh? This is just the box that it came in from Premium. I'll just leave it here right now. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's get the Beast off the stage. Let me also read chat again real quick. Dude, I really like this figure. I'm actually really satisfied with how he turned out. I might honestly... I don't know, man. This is a good figure. I definitely got to figure out how I'm going to display him. How much they yeah, I don't care. Yeah, okay. We're good. I'm just checking in. I'm making sure that we're good. Yeah, so this thing, this is a beast. I know, ironic considering we just finished opening up Gohan Beast, but this is a beast of a figure. Holy moly, this thing is huge. Like, let me give you a perspective. Actually, I'll just use a normal SH Figure Arts box. This is a figure that I'm going to open up soon for a video because Bardock is my favorite character and I literally don't know how I've had this guy in storage for so long. We're just going to use Bardock. I need to open this guy. This is the size of a normal SH Figure Arts figure compared to this thing. Holy moly. That is huge. But also, again, it's because it has the book. The actual, like, box of the figure is not that big. I know that for a fact. Are you trustworthy with a cutting knife? I would say so. Yeah, because of the book. I use my funny CSGO knife that I have for, like, every video. Alright, so actually, chat, since I'm not going to be doing this as, like, a long-form video, and I'm only going to be doing this guy as a short, I'm actually going to do the unboxing video from your perspective. I'm going to treat you a little bit here. Now, unfortunately, this isn't going to be perfect because, sadly, the thing that I'm using for you to be able to see what we're looking at here is on a tripod that has no ball joint on it. We all know what ball joints are because, obviously, we're fans of figures. It's literally just a straight up and down pole that is balanced on a bunch of stuff. So, unfortunately, this angle is not perfect, but it's what we got to work with for the moment. Alright. Let's open this thing up. This thing is really heavy, by the way, dude. Holy cow. This is a behemoth. Don't worry, I won't put my finger in there. I know. Can you be trusted with a knife? It does that shenanigans. There we go. I guess that works, yeah. And let me... Okay. Should be good there. These boxes are always so hard to get the figure out of, though. Oh, I've seen the box for this thing online, dude. Oh, man. Oh, no, the book is not just right there. Okay, I was going to say, that'd be really stupid if it was just, like, slid in there. Okay. Dude, this is this is the biggest premium Bandai box I definitely own, for sure. Okay, so on the side, it's cool that it's, like, the picture of the Figurepedia. Let's see. Now listen, chat. That right there is a premium looking figure if I have ever seen one. Premium Bandai living up to its name right now. Holy cow. That is a darn good looking figure if I have ever seen one. A darn good looking figure box, I should say. Holy cow. That is awesome. Okay. Well, with that being said, let's crack into the boy. Packaging looks fantastic. Actually, before I open this, you know what I do want to do? I am going to film the box as a short, like opening, quote-unquote, opening the box. I'm not actually going to open it. It's just going to be like boxes there, bam, figures out of the box. But I don't want to open the box yet because I'm going to do that as a short. Dude, this box is so cool. This is the... Man, I'm going to be honest. Seeing how cool this thing looks, I almost regret not getting a second one. Just to be able to keep it in the box. Because, like, this looks so mint. Like, the SH Figure Arts boxes look cool. But, like... This is just on a whole nother level. Could you imagine if they did stuff like this? I hope if they do more like art figures or artist figures, I guess is what this would be, right? Because obviously it's Toyotaro Goku. I hope that they do more stuff like this where they put, you know, like the creator's art on it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This box is so big. This box is so big. This is crazy. All right. Let me twist my camera here. We're actually doing pretty good on battery for the camera. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's see. So what we're gonna do is we are going to essentially be switching my my thing to sport mode. We're about to hit 3 hours. Oh my gosh. I did not expect to be going this long, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a good time. And it seems like you guys are too, so I'm happy. I definitely want to do one of these streams again, because not only has this been a really good time, but obviously it's the type of thing where it's like when I have, well this, okay, I see, that's where you pull it out. When I have a bunch of figures to open, that's when I will probably do these streams again. Not that I don't have like literally so many figures in storage that I could probably upload a lot more, but obviously I have to, you know, use the time that I have for all the things that I use the time for. Let me, is this going to be a little loose? No, that's fine. Now that this is vertical. Although I guess I could just, let me see how this looks in the camera. Yeah, no, I'm just going to hold it, because I think that will look better, honestly. Dude, this thing, I'm really satisfied with this thing. Now this is a figure that feels like it's worth more so the price, you know? Alright, so I'm going to pan up the box. Actually, you know what I should do before I do that? Turn off the light. So that way there isn't as much reflection. Ironically enough, in honor of today's stream, I actually wore the let me see if I can show you it. How would I get it in the frame? Can I even get this in the frame? Hello. There you go. You can see it. The Ultra Instinct Goku t-shirt from, I got this from Hot Topic like probably 5 years ago, I would think at this point. Has to be pretty decently old, honestly. Dude, this thing is so sick. Yeah, so we're just going to do that one like establishing shot. I'm not going to film the sides of it, because like what's so funny that I've noticed about these shorts is it the first short that I did, and granted it could just be because it was one of the first ones, but people really did not care about the actual box being open. And maybe I need to take notes of that for my full-length videos, but it looks like you should leave it in the box. I know, bro, I want to, but I want to get the figure out. I want to get the figure out. It really looks like this is a thing that should just sit there, but man, this is minty. This is mint. This is so good. Let's see. Let me just do a, I'll just do like a zoom out shot here. Let me get my, oh jeez, I don't want to knock you over, chat. Chat almost just came tumbling down, I'm sorry. Let me fix that. Now I should have a little bit more range, yeah, okay. So we're gonna do like a, do one of these. Yeah, because that's something I've noticed for the figure unboxing shorts. People don't really care about the box actually being opened. And maybe I need to take notes about that for the figure videos, but the whole point of it is unboxing them. I don't know. Yeah, such a sick box. Yeah, I really like the like obviously on the sides here, right? You have the faces of Goku, which looks really cool. It's cool how it also looks like it's split, like the book is actually there, which it is right there, but you know, it looks like it's there, like on the box. I don't really know how to explain it. I think those establishing shots will work just fine. I'm gonna just do one where it's like, you know, just kind of like static, just to have the footage, just in case I don't think I'm gonna need it. but always good to have options. Okay. Now that we have that, crack into a chat. Put the light back on. Bam. Woo-wee! I don't even know if I want to open this thing. I do, because I want the figure. Ooh. Hold on. I want the figure inside, but it's just so beautiful. I really am like a collector at heart, bro, I swear. So what's interesting too is that I don't actually see any tape on this thing. There's no tape. Yeah, there's no tape on the bottom. Is there tape up there? No, there's tape on the top. Is there tape? Oh, there is tape. Okay, I'm just blind. Let me cut that then. I was like, wait, I swear I don't see any. It's just because the tape is so... Can you even see that on camera? Can you even tell that the tape is there? Right there? Maybe a little. Alright. I feel so bad cutting this, but... I don't want to cut towards myself either. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let's get this bad boy out of the packaging. Oh, I'm so excited, dude. I've been really looking forward to this figure because I actually don't have the original MUI Goku. Oh, I don't want to get the... Oh, it's in plastic wrap. Okay. So that's fine now. So this is really interesting. Look at how this is packaged, right? Because obviously it's just a normal SHF box on the inside. But of course, because they want to fit the book in there... Uh-oh, I see an error. YouTube not receiving enough data. Uh-oh. Are you good? The users will experience... Okay, as long as you can still see it, it should be fun. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. I was like, oh no, please don't tell me that the stream is going to crash again. Alright, so, the magic of this is that obviously this is, you know, Goku is right here, but... Ta-da! There's the book. This thing is really, really cool, by the way. The Dragon Ball SH Figurepedia. That is sick. I can already smell the book smell coming off this thing. Hold on. Oh yeah, that do be smelling like a book though. I almost want to keep it in the wrapping, but I really want to read it. Maybe I really do need to buy a second one of these. Anyway, let's get Goku out. We'll take a look. Well, should we take a look at the book first or the figure first? What do you think? Yeah, see, look at this. This just looks so, like, lame in comparison. Like, it's cool, but, like, you know, the other box is just, like, insane. Feels really light. Now that maybe it's just because the actual box is so darn heavy, but, like, I mean, it doesn't come with a lot of accessories, all things considered, despite how much of, like, a big deal of a figure that he is. Let's see. YouTube stuttering a lot? Oh, I'm sorry. This Toyotaro as Goku has got me excited for Moro Granola Arc figures. I'm hoping, man. It's so weird, too. Sticky fingers! I love the username. It's so weird because it's like... I don't know. Look at the book first? Okay. Alright, we'll look at the book first. Goku? Take a step back for that. Am I really gonna open this? I am. There's some really cool info in here as well. This is actually the time I just realized. Hold on. Since I'm gonna be looking at the book, let me actually open chat on my phone so I can see you guys a little bit better as we open this up. So I don't have to keep going back and forth. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird because it's like I've seen people say that they can't do manga stuff, but that literally, like, as far as I'm aware, just isn't true because they've done stuff from the manga before. They just choose not to. I don't get it. I really don't understand. All right. Can I put my charger down here and the cord will reach? I think so. It should. Okay. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I'm sorry, I did not mean to bump you, brother. Okay, yeah, charger's fine.